to be here tonight? Yes, I am excited to be here too. I am from Idaho. My name is Jason Andrus. I'm an instructor for Renatus. I'm also a marketer, and I'm also a real estate investor. Nice, yes. I love Renatus. If you cut me open right now, I bleed Renatus. I'm not kidding. I love being a part of the company, love the leadership of this company, and just love the opportunity. So who in here invests in real estate full-time now? Awesome. Who'd like to invest in real estate? Awesome. Who's flipped a deal, or who's done at least one deal in real estate? Who's done 2, 3? Man, that's awesome. Give yourself a hand. That is great. That is great. Well, we are a whole room full of like-minded people because of the way you're participating. You are just like me. One day I sat in a room just like this, listened to a presentation like you're going to listen to, and it lit me up, and I was fired up because I wanted to do something different. Anybody here want to do something different? Yeah. Anybody want to work for themselves, start a business? Yeah, you're in the right place. So I want to get this show going. You guys are in for a treat. This guy's coming all the way from Rexburg, Idaho. Rexburg, Idaho. It's a frozen tundra right now. So this is a little bit nice down here. You know, I brought my shorts down because it's warm. It's warm right now in Salt Lake City. No, so I've known this guy for 17 years now, and phenomenal individual. This guy knows business like I've never seen. This guy is disciplined like I've never seen. He works hard. He is invested in you. He wants to see your success. He's going to be doing this presentation. I don't want to steal too much of his thunder, but help me bring up to the front of the room Mr. Jason Nedrow.
Wow. All right, so yes, we are both Jasons. And anyway, and as you guys can tell, we're twins. So anyhow, but I love that guy. Seriously, one of the best guys that I know. And him and my other business partner, Kendall, another amazing guy that I love dearly. So it gets confusing sometimes because Kendall say Jason, and we both look at him. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to change Kendall's name to Jason. Just make it a whole lot easier. So now people can just refer to us as the Jasons. Kind of like the Beatles, or, right? Okay? Yeah, so anyway. But how y'all doing tonight? Oh, come on, man. Now, how many of you been to Rexburg? Much smaller than here. And I get like 10 times better response. Of course, we got cows and chickens in the room and stuff. But how y'all doing tonight? Much, much better. Okay, fantastic. Man, good to see you guys here tonight. And I don't care what people in Idaho say. All right, you guys are a good-looking group. And I see a lot of 5s out there. A lot of 5s. That's on a scale of 1 to 5, guys. 1 to 5, okay? Okay, anyway, so it is really great to be here with you guys tonight. And I love Utah. I love coming down here. There's just a lot more to do in Utah than Rexburg, okay? There's a couple more restaurants, a couple more stores and so forth. So it's kind of nice to visit. But I'm very excited and grateful to be here with you guys. Seriously, I cannot wait to share with you the information I have to share with you tonight. And I'm being sincere about this. This information that I'm going to share with you guys literally changed my life 17 years ago, back in 2005. I know many of you out there are like, man, you must have been like 5 years old because you look really young. So thank you for saying that. But anyway, 2005, I was introduced this. I saw what you're going to see here tonight, and it changed my life. It helped me get my time back with my family, helped me turn my annual income into my monthly income, and changed my life in ways I can't even begin to tell you, just on a personal level and also on a business level. So I'm very passionate about this, very, very passionate about this business. Not only because of what it's done for me, but because of the thousands of lives that I've been able to impact and help over the years because of it. And so I want to make sure you guys have the best experience possible. And that's what you guys want as well, right? You guys want to have the best experience tonight? Yeah, okay. Not great, but I'll take it, okay? Do you want to have the best experience tonight? Yeah. All right, okay, very, very good. So there's a few things I need your help with because there's only so much that I can do. First and foremost, do me a huge favor. Take out these wonderful devices and let's turn off your ringers and silence your phones and so forth. I know you all have emergencies going on right now, but nonetheless, if you can silence your phones, that'd be great. I want to get rid of all distractions because I really want your complete and undivided attention. Number 2, take notes as we go through this information. I'm actually going to give you some things to write down, so make sure you have something to take some notes with. And also, if you have questions, do me a huge favor. Save your questions till the very end so we can get you out of here in a timely manner. I want to get through this information as quick as possible. And if I stop and answer all of these questions, it's going to take a lot longer. So you guys okay to save your questions till the end? Is that okay? And I promise we'll make sure your questions do get answered. A lot of your questions will probably get answered as we go through this anyway. But write those questions down, and I promise we'll make sure they do get answered. The third thing is I want to give you guys the right expectations tonight as far as time and so forth. So it's about 7:20 right now. And so I plan on finishing up somewhere between about 10 and 10:30. Okay, so right around 3 hours from now. You guys thought that was a joke? All right, okay, all right. That is a joke. Okay, so anyway, well, I'm just getting started. You guys already know my jokes. Okay. Actually, can you guys give me 2 hours? Is that cool? 2 hours? Yeah. I say 2 hours. Some people kind of roll their, oh my goodness, 2 hours. How many of you watched a movie in the last several months? It was at least a couple hours long, or right around a couple hours. We do this all the time, right? A couple hours on video games, TV shows. How often do we spend 2 hours on some information that's going to change our lives? So guys, a lot of people spend more time on entertainment than they do on education. And that's one of the reasons why most people, their lives never change. And so, guys, tonight, if you can give me 2 hours, I promise you, it's going to change your life. That's a promise I can make. And anytime I go to an event like this or read a book or go through some information, my thought is hey, I don't care if it's 2 hours, 2 days, or 2 weeks. If I get one piece of information, just one piece of information, was that worth my time? What do you guys think? Yes. Because one idea is worth how much? Is that worth a fortune? One idea can change your life. And that's all you guys need tonight. It's just one idea. You may get that in the beginning, the middle, or the end. Who knows? But if you give me 2 hours, I promise you're going to get a lot of those ideas. Okay? The next thing is I'm asking you guys to participate because, again, you're going to get a lot more out of this if you participate. So by a show of hands, how many of you are willing to participate tonight? Raise your hand. Okay? How many of you are not willing to participate tonight? Raise your hand. How many of you aren't going to raise your hand no matter how many questions I ask you? Okay, all right, well, I know who to pick on now. Okay, anyway, the last thing, there's nothing to buy tonight. I know when you guys come to an event or you go online to a Zoom or webinar, in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, okay, what are they going to sell me, right? What are they going to sell me, all right? We're not those guys. We're not the seminar companies. Oh, did you guys hear my girly voice just kicked in? I'm just getting started. My girly voice already kicked in, man. We're not the seminar companies. Hey, we're not those guys. I'm going to show you everything that we do tonight. And you're going to see everything we do. But there's nothing to buy tonight. We're not the guys that go to the back of the room, break out your credit card. We don't do that. Tonight is just strictly information. So guys, just relax, have fun, all right? And I promise you're going to have a great time. Take some good notes, write down your questions. And when we get done here, we'll stick around and answer your questions as long as you need to. And keep your credit cards in your pocket. Unless you really want to buy some tonight, then I'm okay with that. Okay? So, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Stu. All right? Anyway. All right. Okay. So, as we get started here, I got a quick disclaimer. Seems like no matter what you do nowadays, you have to have a disclaimer. You guys notice that? Even if you clean porta potties, you have to have a disclaimer, seems like. All right? So, we got one of our own. Our company, Renatus, does not guarantee any level of money, success, or lifestyle from using the Renatus education. All testimonials are unique to that specific customer. Your results will be different and will vary depending on several factors, including your starting point, effort, and resources. All this is basically saying is, can we guarantee your results? What do you guys think? No. Nobody can guarantee your results. And the reason is because there's one variable in the equation, and that's you, right? It's all up to you, just like anything else. All right, so moving on. Let's get to the most important and the fun stuff. Why are you here tonight? And don't say you were bribed. I know some husbands out there like, my wife bribed me to come tonight. Okay? But I'm sure if you're here, like most people, you're here because there's some areas of your life, one or more areas, that you're not quite happy with. Is that fair enough? Okay, that you want to improve or modify or get better results in, right? How many of you in here, you have that dream home that you would love to buy or build and live in? Raise your hand. Anybody in here? Okay. You've all got a dream home. I'm sure you all have that dream home you'd love to live in, right? How many of you have that dream car on your vision board that you want to, yeah, right? Okay. And I'm sure that's the exact one the most you have on your vision board. Okay. I'm sure many of you would love to own a yacht. Okay. Right? But some of you are like, I'm not a yacht person, man. I want a private jet. Okay? And that's about as private as you can get right there. Okay? And I know most of you, how many of you would love to travel more with your family, your kids, and travel and stuff? I'm sure all of you would love to travel more, right, with the kids. Okay? Anyway, the fact is, you all have goals and dreams, right? And I'm sure maybe you're achieving some of those, but there's some that you're not quite where you want to be. So the next question I have for you is, what you're doing right now really working at the level you want? And the thing is, you got to be honest with yourself, because your life is never going to change until you're honest with yourself. Is that fair enough? You have to be honest with yourself. So let me show you something that I found many years ago. This really blew my mind. This is actually a chart that was put out by the Department of Health and Human Services, basically our government. They actually studied the 65-year-olds in our country. Of all the 65-year-olds, what they found is 54% are dependent on family, friends, or government welfare to make ends meet. They can't survive on their own. Somebody has to take care of them. 36% are still working or end up going back to work. These are people that basically outlive their retirement. That's kind of scary. People are living longer, right, than they used to. One of the worst things you can do is to not plan for the long run and outlive your retirement, have to go back to work and be a greeter somewhere or something like that. Okay, 5% are dead. Okay, 4% are financially independent. What's interesting about this, the government's definition of financial independence is if you can retire and support yourself without any financial assistance. Basically, if you can survive. I don't know about you guys, that is not my definition of financial independence. One of the reasons why you shouldn't really let the government define what success is for you. Okay? 1% retire wealthy. 1% retire wealthy. 1% retire the way that most of you, I would assume, want to retire, with the time and the money to live the life that you want to live. Guys, think about this for a minute. We live in the most lucrative country in the world. More opportunities and freedoms than any other country. How many people came from another country? Raise your hand. Okay, look at this. Are there more freedoms and opportunities here than anywhere else? Absolutely, we are very, very blessed. And still, only 1 out of 100 people are making it. Guys, there's something very, very wrong with that. Let me show you something else I found was really interesting. Okay, most people I talk to have not figured out how much they want to live on when they retire, or how much they need to have saved up. So another chart that I found that I thought was really interesting is this right here. Most people I talk to tell me if they could retire on $10,000 a month, they'd be set. How many think $10,000 a month in retirement would be A-okay? Raise your hand. Okay. How many have a lot bigger goals than that? Okay. All right. Hey, I love it. I love that. Okay. Now, like we said, are people living longer than they used to? Yes. Absolutely. So let's say that you live for 20 years, okay, after you stop working. If you want to live on $10,000 a month, that means you'd have to have $3.4 million saved up to live on $10,000 a month. Do you think most people are going to hit that mark? Are they going to do that? Not even close. Let's say we cut that in half, $5,000 a month. You still have to have $1.7 million saved up. Are most people going to hit that? Not even close. You know what's really interesting about this? I actually found this chart back in 2005. This is based off the dollar in 2005 with a 3.49% inflation. What's the dollar like now compared to 2005? Is it worth more or less? A lot less. What's inflation like right now? 9%. It's right around 9%. Okay? Are you going to have a lot more saved up to maintain the same lifestyle? You're talking 3 or 4 times more if you want to have the same lifestyle that you would have had back in 2005, guys. Most people are not going to make it. Can you see why most people, when they reach your age of retirement, are going to be dead or dead broke? Now, have you ever heard the phrase, if you always do what you do, you always have what you have? Okay? So let me ask you guys a question. If you don't change a single thing that you do for the rest of your life, you keep doing the same thing from here on out, where are you going to be on this chart when you reach the age of retirement? And don't say dead. Always somebody says dead, okay? But again, if you're honest with yourself, then you have to be honest, right? Because your life's not going to change otherwise. If you're honest with yourself, again, are most people, is it fair to say most people are going to retire dead or dead broke? What do you guys think? Yes? Absolutely. Now, the second question is, where do you want to be on that chart when you reach your retirement? How many want to be part of the 1% club? Raise your hand. And how many want to get there long before you reach the age of 65? Raise your hand. Now, a couple, you better hurry up. You ain't got much time left, okay? Now, here's the thing. If you study wealthy people, and if you do the same thing that they did, can you get there too? Success does not play favorites. It doesn't care if you're a man or woman, young or old, doesn't care about the color of your skin. Can anybody become successful in life? If they get the knowledge and work hard? Absolutely, right? So let's figure out how the 1% did it, because if they did it, if they did certain things, if we do the same thing, we can get there too. Here's how they did it. A few of them won the lottery and inherited their money. How's that working for you guys? Any lottery winners? Man, do you know what that Powerball was up to here recently? Record, 1.9 billion. No, none of you won that? I know you have to go to Idaho to buy your tickets, but and that's okay. We love it. So anyway, but 5% salespeople, CEOs, presidents, doctors, attorneys, 74% of people are retired wealthy. Guess how they did it? Business ownership, real estate investing. You guys shouldn't be surprised by that. You guys already know you're not going to get rich working for somebody else, right? When you're working for somebody else, who's getting rich? They are. You're building their dream instead of your dream. Okay? Now, I don't want to offend anybody, but I've been saying for a very long time, I truly believe a job is nothing more than paid slavery. They control your time. They control your income. I believe a job is paid slavery. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'll tell you a little bit about myself, just real briefly. So many years ago, back in 95, I was going to college, Rick's College up in Rexburg. Anybody know Rick's College? Remember Rick's College? Okay. I'd been there 3 years. And a lot of you are like, 3 years? It's a 2-year school. Well, I flunked my first year. So, yeah, I was on the long-term program. But anyway, I studied mechanical engineering. And 3 years into it, I dropped out. And I made a decision right there that I never, ever, ever want to work for somebody else the rest of my life. You couldn't pay me enough to work for you. I value my time way more than anybody's willing to pay me. And you guys should feel the same way. You should feel that you and your time are worth way more than anybody could ever pay you. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. And I also didn't want somebody else control my time, tell me when I could go on vacation and when I had to work. And at the end of the day, tell me whether or not I even had a job. Because how many know people that showed up to work one day and lost their job for no good reason and couldn't do anything about it? I didn't want somebody else controlling whether or not I could put food on the table for my family. So I dropped out of college. And I started a business from 95 and had that business to 2005, 10 years. 10 long, miserable years. I owned a distributorship for Rainbow cleaning systems. Have you heard of Rainbow? Rainbow vacuums? I was a vacuum salesman. Yep. I know you guys are like, man, that's the best vacuum salesman I've ever seen, or the best looking vacuum salesman I've ever seen in a long time. Okay. Anyway, that's what I did for 10 years. And I hated it. I loved the product. The only reason I did it is because the money was really good. I was making about $150,000, $200,000 a year. And I couldn't find anything else that could make that kind of money. But the problem was I was working 6 days a week, 15 hours a day. And I did that because I got a beautiful wife and 5 amazing kids, and I did that so my wife could be a stay-at-home mom, because I told my wife when we first got married that I don't care if I have to work 2 or 3 jobs. I don't care what I got to do. If you want to be home with the kids, I'll do what it takes so you can be home, because I just take a lot of pride in being the breadwinner. And so I felt like that was my sacrifice. That was my price to pay as the breadwinner. So I work 6 days a week, 15 hours a day. Most nights I get home after 10 o'clock. If I got home before 9 or 10, I get so excited because I get to spend a few minutes with my wife before she went to bed. That was my life for 10 years. You guys, I can't tell you how many Saturdays I would drive around seeing dads out in their yard playing with their kids, and I'd almost start to cry because I wanted to be home with my kids so bad. And I missed a lot of football games, dance recitals, plays. I can never go back and get that time back with my family. In the end of 2004, as I say my daily prayers, I just started praying to God, and I was like, I need to do something different. I can't keep doing this. I miss my family. I was making good money, but I didn't have any time to enjoy it. And see, money's great, but if you don't have time to enjoy it, it's not worth a whole lot, right? Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. And, sometimes people have a lot of time and no money to enjoy it. That's not good either. You need both, right? How many want both? More time and more money? Absolutely. So I want my time back. And so I just started praying to God, help me find something different. And I didn't get an answer right away. It took months. And by December of 2004, I actually ended up coming to Salt Lake on a last-minute trip. My wife got tickets to this horrible concert called the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And man, worst concert I've ever been to in my life. If you guys I'm just kidding, of course. How many been to that concert? Absolutely best concert ever. So my wife had these tickets, and she bugged me for for weeks to go to this concert. And I'm like, no, I'm going to work because it was between Christmas and New Year's. And in the vacuum business, the week between Christmas and New Year's is the best week of the year. The best week. You guys know why? Is because most husbands do not quite fulfill their wife's expectations at Christmas time. So we come in and we help fill the void. And it's a great, great week. So anyway, I'm like, I'm going to stay home and, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking. Some of you bought a vacuum between Christmas and New Year's out there, didn't you? Anyway, so I'm like, I'm going to work. And finally, she bugged me so many times, like, all right, I'll go. Just please don't ask me again. So we ended up coming down here. And on the way back home, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's asleep in the car. And I see this billboard alongside the road that said, be your own boss, earn $265K a year. And it was pitch dark, middle of the night, but it was like this beam of light coming out. So it's like you see in the movies. It sounds corny, but it was like this like, ah. Man. I don't know who did that, but man, I got chills going right now. Man. Yeah, so that was basically it. So I didn't even write, I was going like 80. I didn't write down the number, I didn't memorize it. 2 days later in my office, that number popped in my head. And I can tell you guys right now, it wasn't me. I know without a doubt it was God. I called that number, and the gentleman on the line was Kendall Stock, who's my business partner. And anyway, he was brand new, and he sent me a video with this information here. I took a look at it and ended up coming on board. Within 3 months, I made enough money to where I was able to quit my other business, one of the greatest days of my life. Quit that other business, went full-time in this business. My first year, made just under $100,000, not quite what I was used to. But my second year, is when things really started to happen, and I went from 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month. Okay? Not every month, but I started having 6 figures a month, and they started happening more consecutively. So when I tell you guys I turned my annual income into my monthly income, that's exactly what happened by my second year. Now, I'm not making guarantees. I'm not promising that that's going to happen for you guys because I'm me, you're you, and everybody's results are different. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. Okay. But would you guys also agree that if you get the knowledge and take action, that it's possible? Do you guys believe that that's possible for you as well? Absolutely. And so, anyway, yeah, changed my life. I got my time back with my family, started working from home. And started working from home so much that my wife got sick of me, so that became a problem I had to solve later on. But anyhow, so guys, that's a little bit about my story, but you're not here for me, you're here for you. So let's get back to this here real quick. So here's the thing, okay? Again, if you study wealthy people, and do the same thing, you can get there too. Most wealthy people is business ownership, real estate investing. Think about it for a second. Do wealthy people work for somebody else or do they own businesses? They own businesses. And where do most wealthy people invest their money? Guys, success leaves clues. You're not going to get rich working for somebody else. Right? If you want to retire wealthy, this is going to give you the best odds. You guys agree? Say yes. That always helps, right? Say yes. Okay. All right, fantastic. See, the wealthy make money in two ways. Okay, they have businesses which generate short-term massive income. How many want more short-term massive income today? That's it? Okay. How many want more short-term massive income today? Okay, just double checking. All right. So that's going to take care of your lifestyle today, right? That's going to allow you to go on the trips and do all the things you want to do. But what wealthy people do is they take that massive income and they invest in real estate to build their what? Passive income. That's the ultimate goal, right? The ultimate goal is passive income. Okay, write this down. Very important. I'm sure many of you have heard this before. But if you want to become wealthy, you have to learn how to make money while you're sleeping. Right? You have to learn how to make money when you're not working. Because the challenge with massive income, in most situations, it's also earned income. You work, you make money. You don't work, you don't make money. And that's not very fun. So you want passive income that shows up no matter what you're doing. You go on vacation for a month, you still got passive income. The ultimate goal, actually, is for your passive income to become your massive income. That's the ultimate goal, okay? So here's the thing. We believe real estate is an ideal business and investment. Ideal is an acronym, stands for 5 reasons why we love real estate. First of all is the income. With real estate, can you earn both short-term massive income and also long-term passive income? What do you guys think? Yes. Absolutely. There's some strategies for massive income, some for passive income. See, most businesses do not give you the ability to earn both. Real estate does. Second is deductions. Okay, by show of hands, how many love to pay taxes? Raise your hand. Why, a couple of you are thinking about it, making sure you're paying attention. Guys, I love our country. I was in the military. I love our country. I am not a big fan of our government, okay? Do you guys think it's more important now than ever to get educated so you can minimize your taxes? Yes. Absolutely, guys. It is almost criminal what they're doing to our country and our citizens. Here's the thing. Who pays a higher percentage of your income in taxes, employees or business owners? Employees. Yeah. Is it fair enough to say that most employees make less money than business owners and actually pay a higher percentage in taxes than business owners? In other words, is it also fair enough to say that as a business owner, you have better odds at making more money than you would at a job and actually paying less in taxes than you would at your job? Is that fair enough? Yeah. And really, all it is, it's our tax code. Because as a business owner, you get tax deductions that you don't get as an employee. And out of all the businesses that you can get deductions, guess which one's the best? Real estate. Okay, 5 of you are paying attention. Okay, good. All right. See, with real estate, you have over 400 deductions, better than any other business. I've told people time and time again, if you go into real estate just to save money on taxes, could that alone be worth it? 100%. All right, next thing is equity. You guys know what equity is, right? What it's worth versus what you owe. Have we seen a big change in equity over the last few years? Absolutely. Okay? Now, with real estate, can you actually create equity in real estate? Yes. Yeah. See, if you know what you're doing, can you buy deals below market value and have immediate equity built in? Yep. Absolutely. You can't do that with most any other investments. Other investments, you just buy them at market value. Real estate, you can buy below market value. And can you go in there and fix up that property and increase the value and increase your equity at the same time? Yes. Again, something you can't do with most any other investment. Appreciation. All right, we've seen some massive appreciation, haven't we? Utah and Idaho has been absolutely crazy. All right, one thing we know about real estate, even though real estate values do fluctuate, they go up and down, some states more than others, right? Like California and different things. But no matter what state you live in, every state, real estate always does what over time? It always appreciates. It always goes up in value, right? No matter what. And the reason is because real estate provides one of the 3 basic needs, shelter. Our population is increasing, right? People always need a place to live, whether they're buying or renting. And if you're a real estate investor, can you make money when people are buying homes? Yeah. Can you make money when people are renting homes? Yeah. Absolutely. So again, appreciation is one of the reasons why real estate is the best. This is something else. You can't say that all investments appreciate over time. Okay, real estate does. Leverage. Okay, probably one of the best reasons why real estate is the best business and investment. You take a little bit of your money, leverage an asset, and get a much greater return on your investment. Now, guys, I want to stop for a second. Can you see why most wealthy people use real estate as their vehicle to build and hold their wealth? You guys see that? No other business or investment offers all these advantages, none. Some give you one or two, but most do not give this. Real estate is the only one. So let's say that you're a real estate investor. Let's talk about leverage for a second, okay? And if you're a real estate investor, let's say you find this home, okay, and it's $200,000. Now, I know you guys are like, $200,000, that'll get you a tough shed right now, okay? Right? Trailer homes are going for almost that right now, right? You guys seen that? It's crazy, $150,000 for trailer homes, okay? All right, so just bear with me, okay? Even though we're not in Idaho, we're still pretty close. But anyhow, $200,000 home. Now, do you have to have $200,000 to buy that home? No. Will the bank finance most of that if you have good enough credit? Yes. All day long, just every day. You do 20% down, you put $40,000 down, okay? They finance 80%, $160,000. Now, the average appreciation for the past several decades has been 3.7%, okay, across the country. Now, some states more than others, but again, you take an average collectively for the past several decades. Now, is that 3.7%? Is that on the $40,000 you put in or on the whole $200,000? Yeah, this is leverage. This is what's so exciting, guys. You put a little bit of money in, but the appreciation's on the whole value. So if you just held on this property for 1 year, didn't do anything to it, just held on to it, okay, in 1 year, appreciation over $7,000, which means your return on $40,000 is 18.5%. Is that good? No, that's great. 18%, guys, come on. How many people out there in the stock market would kill for 18% right now? Even crypto. Yeah. I know you guys hear these crazy stories about crypto, and it's not that I'm against crypto, but guys, those crazy stories, those are unicorns, right? Most people have lost money in crypto, all right? 18% is fantastic. Would you guys agree with me if I told you that real estate's a lot safer, more secure than any other investment out there? Oh, yeah. Is a lot more reasonable or likely for you to get returns like this compared to other investments? Absolutely. Let's take another example here. Same home, $200,000, but we put 10% down. Can you still do that with good enough credit? Yeah. Still doable, right? So we finance 90%, $180,000, same appreciation, same $7,000 first year. Our return on $20,000 is 37%. Is that good? Yeah. Oh, all right. Some of you are catching on. Man, you guys, not only are you good looking, but you're smart too, man. You're like the total package. It's awesome. How many of you have you bought properties, bought a home, and did nothing and got some amazing appreciation? Raise your hand. Yeah, a lot of you, right? Absolutely crazy. And this doesn't even include other benefits. If we put tenants in here and turn this into a cash flow property and get passive income, does that increase our return even higher? Absolutely. What about tax benefits? Are we going to get some tax benefits too? When you actually add appreciation, cash flow, and tax benefits, your return is even better than that. Now, write this down and remember this. It's very, very important. If you want to succeed in real estate, you must learn how to invest without using your own money, your own credit. How many of you have heard of people investing in real estate without using their own money or credit? Raise your hand. How many of you want to learn how to do that? Okay? So here's the thing. No matter how much money you have to invest in real estate, even if you have millions, is there still a limit to how much you can invest? Yes. Yeah, even if you have millions, there's still only so much and you're done. But if you know what you're doing, how much money out there is that for you to access to invest in real estate if you know what you're doing? Infinite. Is basically infinite. Guys, there are trillions and trillions sitting in 401ks alone. People that want to invest in real estate, they don't know how, and maybe they don't want to put in the time or effort, and they will fund your deals as long as you know what you're doing. Guys, so listen, it's okay to invest your own money in real estate, but learn how to invest without your own money, because that's going to give you the ability to build your portfolio, with unlimited potential. So now, let's take another example. Let's talk about subject twos here. Now, let's say that this homeowner, they're heading towards foreclosure. Guys, are we going to see a lot of these over the next few years? Yeah. You better believe it. Guys, I truly believe that first or second quarter next year, the floodgates are going to open up, and it's going to be the beginning of an opportunity to build wealth and make money in real estate like we haven't seen in a very long time. I'm telling you guys right now, first, second quarter next year, that's just my belief. that things are going to start to really happen, and the opportunities are going to be massive, bigger than they have been in a long time. Okay, do you guys think that's possible? Yeah. Okay, so let's say that these homeowners, the same home, $200,000, okay, they got $60,000 equity, but they're in default by about $6,000. They're heading towards foreclosure. Now, is this a scary situation for the homeowners? Because if they're behind on their house payments, they're probably also behind on other payments too, right? Utilities, car payments, student loans, different things like that. Are they probably having a hard time sleeping at night? Are they probably getting calls from bill collectors, all these different things? Right, so they're not getting a whole lot of sleep. They're stressed out because what happens if they do not get current on their home? What's going to happen? They're going to lose their home, right? What happens to their equity? They don't get any of it? None of it. What happens to their credit? Is a foreclosure bad on credit? Do you know foreclosure in some situations is worse than a bankruptcy on credit? Does it also make it hard for them to rent a nice place afterwards? Yeah, some landlords won't rent to people who have foreclosure. Guys, this really messes them up. And so, yeah, they're stressed. So here's something I want you to remember. Write this down. This is very important. The more people you help, the more money you make. The more people you help, the more money you make. As a real estate investor, you are a problem solver. We teach you how to become a professional problem solver. You want to know the secret to building wealth and making more money? You want to know what the secret is? It's not a secret. It comes down to one simple thing. The more value you can provide to more people, the more money you make. That's all it is. You look at people that are billionaires, millionaires, it's because they provided more value to more people. Providing value really is translated into solving problems. Because you look at every company, every business solves problems. Every invention solves problems. Every product solves problems. So really, the more people you can solve problems for, the more money you make. Is this, you guys getting this? That's it. That's all it is. And so you're a professional problem solver. Let's say you go in here and you're able to create a win-win situation. Now, win-win, now keep in mind, as a real estate investor, you are never, ever here to take advantage of people. Okay? You shouldn't be excited to see foreclosures coming down the pipeline because you're there to take advantage of people. You should be excited because you're there to help people. You guys get that? That's what this is about. You're helping people. So, you go in there and you help these folks. Now, does win-win, does that always mean 50-50? No, absolutely not. Let's say you go in there and you get them caught up on their payments. And let's say you also purchase their equity for $4,000. Now, some of you may be wondering, why in the world would somebody give you $60,000 equity for $4,000? Remember this, okay? People will trade equity for peace of mind. Again, are they stressed out? Are they losing sleep? People trade equity for peace of mind. You guys have to remember, okay? You're not in the situation that these folks are in. People heading towards foreclosure, do they think differently than people who are not in foreclosure? Yes. Okay? So here, and again, if they lose their home, do they get any equity? Is $4,000 better than nothing? Absolutely. And it could be 5, it could be 10. You guys, this is an example, of course. So it could be any amount. So let's say you put $10,000 in the deal. $6,000 get them current, $4,000 to purchase their equity. We take that same appreciation, 3.7%, our net equity profit, $57,400. So we started out with 60, put 10 in, brought it down to 50. Now our appreciation brought it back up. You guys follow me? I'm from Idaho, and I even got that. Okay? Okay. So guys, guess what? You put $10,000 in, your return on your $10,000, 574%. If you guys love that, say aye. Aye. Is that fantastic? Yeah. No, that's phenomenal, right? Absolutely. And how many by show of hands would love to learn how to do these kind of deals without using any of your own money or credit? Raise your hand. Okay, because if you do it without using your own money, your return becomes infinite. That's a better return, isn't it? Yeah. And we call this subject to because here's the thing. We actually pick up this property subject to the existing mortgage. So we keep the mortgage in their name. They move out. We give them $4,000. So that $4,000 would probably help them get caught up on all their payments, go put a deposit down, nice place to rent, and now they can start over with a clean, fresh slate, which is all they want. They want out from all the calls, all the stress. They can start over clean and fresh. You guys get that? So we keep the mortgage in their name. That's why I call it subject to the existing mortgage. We do that. Do you guys know why we do that? We're rebuilding their credit. Guys, you're a professional problem solver. See, if they're heading towards foreclosure, if they're in default and they sell their home, some people think if I'm late on my car, if I could get enough money to just like borrow some money from my uncle or something, pay it off, and just pay off that loan while I'm in default, that's going to boost my credit. No. If you're in default on a loan and you pay off that loan while you're in default, it brings down your credit. It doesn't help it. If you're in default, you want to get caught up and stay caught up for at least 6 to 12 months and then pay it off. Rebuild your credit. Does that make sense? So what you're going to do is you can keep the mortgage in their name so that you can help them rebuild their credit for at least 6 to 12 months. Now, you can keep it longer. It depends. It's all depends on what you agree to do with the homeowners. But you could do a number of things with this property. You could rehab it, flip it at some point. You could put some tenants in there, turn it into cash flow property, a number of different strategies. You guys follow me so far? Okay, so very, very cool. How many guys get excited about this? This is like, Jason, Kendall, and I, this is like our favorite strategy. We are so excited about this, guys. This right here, you learn subject twos, holy cow. The next few years, unbelievable, game over. All right, I love what Harry S. Dent said. He said, no matter what the economic cycle, some area of real estate is always booming. The trick is to know what area that is. Guys, is the market changing right now? Yes. Should you be scared or excited? Excited, guys. All right, now be honest. How many of you a little bit scared? Be honest, come on. Okay, guys, I'm telling you. Okay, how many of you have been through tough times before? You're still here, aren't you? God helped you through it, right? So what is there to be scared of? Here's the thing, guys. Okay, I'm telling you right now, and I'm being 100% sincere. You guys should be excited. Do not be scared. Here's the thing. We've been programmed to believe by the government, politicians, society, the media, family, friends, everybody around us that there's good economies and bad economies. Guys, would you be open to the idea that there's no such thing as a good or bad economy? Yeah. There's not. There's no such thing. Okay? Here's the thing. Okay? Let me give you an example. See, the economy changes. It goes up and down, but it's never good or bad. Okay? Who's to say, why is an up economy good? If an up economy, or so-called the good economy, is good, are there still people that are still losing their homes in a good economy? Yes. Still struggling financially, losing jobs, homeless, going to foreclosure, can't make ends meet, depressed, all this stuff? That's happening in a so-called good economy. So how can it be a good economy if all that's still going on? When the economy is down or so-called bad, are there people that are making more money than ever? Building more wealth than ever? Did you guys know that during down economies, there's more millionaires and billionaires created than any other time? Do you think millionaires and billionaires are excited about the change? Yeah. Here's the thing. It's not good or bad. The market goes up and down. Would you guys believe me if I told you that as long as you know what you're doing, you can make money in any market, up or down? Would you guys believe that? Yes. Knowledge is the key. Okay, if wealthy people are making money in down markets, it just means they know something you don't know. You just got to learn the same thing. You can do the same thing. So guys, remember that's so, so important. You guys got to be excited. The market goes up and down, and right now, I'm telling you guys, the next few years, if you know what you're doing, is going to be a bigger opportunity for you to make money and create the life that you want than there has been in a very long time. Would you guys buy into that? Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. Many of you have thought about making money in real estate long before tonight. How many have thought about real estate even before we talked about this tonight? Raise your hand. Okay, good. How many thought this was a Mary Kay meeting? Raise your hand. Okay, all right, a couple of you. Okay, anyway, I'm not knocking Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay. All right, I use their makeup every day. So, and they're, that was Kendall. He's allowed, okay? We talk afterwards. So, anyway, but, and their hair products are fantastic too. So, but anyway. So most people I talk to have thought about making money in real estate, but when I ask them, why aren't you doing it? Here's what people tell me. Lack of knowledge. I don't know what I'm doing. How many feel like that's been holding you back? Raise your hand. Okay, that's a big one. I don't know what I'm doing. The second one is a lack of time. Anybody feel like that's been holding you back? Just don't have enough time, right? I need 48 hours in a day. Now, here's the thing with time. Could we all agree that time's really a matter of priorities, right? We make time for what's important. I know my wife, like on the weekends, if she's like, honey, I need you to do some things. I'm like, I'm too busy. I don't have time. My buddies call me. Let's go dirt biking. I'm gone. Okay? So, right? Husbands, come on, husbands. We know the drill. I'm too busy. I don't have time, dear. All right, I'm going to go golfing. Okay? Anyway, the third one is a lack of money or credit. How many feel like that's been holding you back? Guys, you wouldn't believe how many people I talk to that say, man, I want to invest in real estate. I'm just building my capital. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you'd be amazed at how many of our team members come on board, broke college students and people have horrible credit, no money, and within a few months or first year, they're killing it in real estate. You do not have to have your own money or credit to invest in real estate. Would you guys believe that? Yep. Okay. And the biggest one of all is fear. That's the number one. Guys, fear is the biggest killer of your dreams. I guarantee every one of you in this room has had dreams that have been killed by fear. See, here's what happens to most people. Actually, everybody. Okay? Everything you have is inside your comfort zone. You guys heard of your comfort zone, right? Your comfort zone is also your failure zone. Because you keep doing the same thing over and over again, which is your comfort zone, your life never changes. You keep getting the same results. Everything you already have is in your comfort zone. It's already there. Everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. See, so here's what happens to people, is they recognize the fact that I've got to do something different, because in order to have the life you've never had, you have to do things you've never done. Right? So people recognize that I've got to do something different to change my life, which means I have to step outside my comfort zone. Okay? They step outside their comfort zone, and guess what? The first thing that shows up every time you step outside your comfort zone is what? Fear. What shows up? Fear. Fear, every time. And it doesn't always look like fear. Okay? Fear is like the adversary, very clever. Sometimes it shows up as excuses. Sometimes it shows up as doubt or limitation. There's not enough to go around, or scarcity, or I'm not good enough. Okay? Or a lack of confidence. But here's what happened to most people. They step outside their comfort zone, fear shows up, they get scared, and they retreat back in their comfort zone. They step out, and then they retreat. They step out, and they retreat. And pretty soon, most people stop stepping outside their comfort zone. And that's why year after year, their life never changes. Now, successful people, do you think successful and wealthy people, do they still deal with fear just like everybody else? Yes. They have fear like everybody else. No different than you guys. The difference is in how they respond to it. Successful people, they step outside their comfort zone. Fear shows up. They just don't pay attention to it. They don't listen to it. They keep moving forward in spite of fear. They take action in spite of fear. That's the key right there, guys. How many agree that most of the fear is just made up in our heads? Most of the fear you guys have had in your lives is just made up in here, right? Stories that we create in our heads that don't even happen, don't even come true. And so it's just fear of the unknown. False evidence appearing real. The key, guys, is you're always going to have fear. The key is to take action in spite of fear. Keep moving forward in spite of fear. Don't let fear stop you. Successful people do not let fear stop them. And one of the best ways to overcome fear is knowledge. You guys, have you ever noticed how knowledge and fear are inversely related? Because the more knowledge you have, the less fear. Write that down. More knowledge equals less fear. Would you guys agree with that? Because fear is just more fear of unknown, okay? Lack of knowledge. So guys, let me ask you this. If we could help you overcome every one of these obstacles, the knowledge, the time, money, credit, fear, all the obstacles holding you back, how many of you would love to go out there and start making real estate right away? Raise your hand. Okay. Let me show you the solution here. Okay, because we have the solution. I'm going to introduce you to our company. And guys, I am so passionate about our company, our business, because if you knew what I knew and all the lives that we've changed and all the people we've helped, I guarantee you would be just as passionate as me. This company is amazing. So our company is called Renatus. Renatus is located in Centerville, Utah. Woohoo! Do you guys like that? Speaking of the microphone, that blocked your eardrums right there, guys. Sometimes I forget I'm mic'd up, okay? So in Idaho, you know, when I show up, there's like 5 people, 10 chickens, 2 hogs, a couple of cows. So I don't need a microphone up in Idaho. So I can yell and scream and I don't block your eardrums. So I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to keep that tone down a little bit. Anyway, yeah, Centerville, Utah, guys, just a few minutes down the road here, our headquarters. All right, we are the premier real estate investing education company in the country, educate over 20,000 students around the country. And we have communities of successful investors all around the country as well. And one of the things that I'm absolutely proud of and I love is we are a completely debt-free company. Is that huge?
Yes.
Yeah, guys, yeah, seriously. And it's because of our amazing leader. You know, I'll introduce you to Bob here in a little bit. But anyway, so, but guys, that blew me up. Most companies cannot say they're debt-free. To me, that shows a lot of responsibility and a lot of success and a lot of stability. You guys agree with that? Yes. So here's our headquarters right there in Centerville. You guys, anytime you're down there, anybody go to In-N-Out by Centerville? We're just a couple blocks away, man. In-N-Out? Love In-N-Out. All right. Anyway, we own the building, completely debt-free company. Okay, Better Business Bureau, we have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau, 4.81 out of 5 stars. Okay, Facebook, 4.9 out of 5 stars. Google, 4.7 out of 5 stars. And in Utah, in the last 10 years, we've won the Best of State Award 7 times last 10 years. This is a very prestigious award that they only give to the best of the best companies. Companies have excellent products, best customer support, best customer results, and many other categories. Guys, we are a 5-star company. We're a 5-star company, okay? And I'm dead serious when I say that. We are the best of the best of the best. When you think of 5-star, in terms of military, what do you think of? What does 5-star represent in the military? General, okay? Knowledge, discipline, authority, power, leadership, right? Responsibility. When you think of 5-star in terms of travel, what do you think of? Yeah, the best, right? 5-star hotels, resorts, all the amenities, all the luxuries, okay? How many been to a 5-star resort, hotel? Pretty sweet, right? Okay? And how many of you love doing business with 5-star companies, right? Anytime you go on Amazon, you're always looking at the ratings, right? We always look at the ratings reviews. We all want to do business with a 5-star company, guys. We're a 5-star company, and there's 5 reasons why we are the best of the best. First of all is our leadership. And this is one of the reasons why just a few minutes ago, I was talking about our company and the fact that we're debt-free is because of our amazing, fearless leader, Mr. Bob Snyder. Would you guys agree that leadership is critical to the success of a company, of an organization? It's critical in the family, right? Okay, leadership is critical in all areas of our life. This is one of my favorite things about Renatus is Mr. Bob Snyder, our CEO and founder. I'm telling you, you have to get to know this guy. Bob's a very successful entrepreneur. He's been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. He's trained entrepreneurs all over the world, many different continents. He owns millions of dollars in real estate, residential, commercial, land. And my favorite thing about Bob just loves people. Every time you talk to Bob, like, you know, he calls you, you call him, or you talk, he makes you feel like you're the most special person in the world. How many of you ever met Bob? Raise your hand. Is that true? Yes. I mean, every time, I've known Bob for 17 years, and still, when I call him, or when I get the privilege of him calling me, he's like, Jason, how are you doing today? Like just like that.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it, man, but he is always just enthusiastic, just amazing guy. Very spiritual, and he's a family man, and one of the kindest, nicest guys you'd ever meet, and so personable. Most CEOs, they think they're untouchable. They think, I'm too good for you. I can't talk to the lowly people in the company, right? Is what they think. You'd be amazed how many of my team members have said, Bob came up to me and started talking to me and spent time with me just out of the blue. Like, I didn't even know Bob. And he just came up and introduced himself and got to know me and my family. How many of you have had that experience? Isn't he an amazing guy? Yeah. I'm telling you, you've got to get to know Bob. Bob puts people before profit. I've seen Bob so many times do things that were right, even when they weren't profitable. Don't get me wrong, he's a businessman. He's a very savvy, very successful businessman. But the reason we're so successful is because he cares more about people than profit. Because would you guys agree, when you take care of people, they'll take care of the business? Yes. Absolutely, and that's Bob. And so get to know this guy, absolutely amazing individual, and I just absolutely love him dearly. Everybody give it up. He's actually in the back of our room right there. Get up out of your seats and turn around and give him a huge round of applause. Come on, give him a round of applause. I could spend the whole 3 hours talking about Bob. I'm not going to. But we love you, Bob. You're amazing. Such a great guy. Also, right there with him is our president, Mr. Jay Stark. And I got to tell you, Jay is right there. Jay is an amazing guy. And he, just like Bob, he cares for people. The cool thing about Bob and Jay, and they don't have to be here. I'm 100% serious when I say that. Bob's already made his money. He's already made his millions. He does not have to be here. He's here because he wants to be here. You guys think that's pretty cool? How many would rather have a CEO that wants to be there, not because they have to be there? Is that a big difference? Yes. Yeah. Same thing with Jay. 5 years ago, Jay has been with our company about 12 years. He's been a real estate investor for over 18 years. And just like Bob, he's trained entrepreneurs. He's trained entrepreneurs all over the country. And he owns a ton of real estate. And Jay loves to tell people that he enthusiastically bleeds Renata's blue. All right? He just, man, you would have a hard time finding anybody that's more passionate about Renata's than Jay. That guy, man, he's got more passion in his pinky than most people have in their entire body. How many know Jay? Is that true? Amazing guy. But a few years ago, about 5 years ago, Bob and Jay were talking, and Jay says, Bob, I hate to tell you this, but I don't need to work here anymore. And Bob was a little bit concerned when he said that, and Jay's like, no, I'm not leaving. He's like, our real estate business is doing so well that I don't have to work here. He's like, but I work here because I love it. And that was 5 years ago. And he just loves this company. In fact, we were at an event at our headquarters here earlier today, and we introduced the corporate staff. And it's interesting how many of them were like, I just got this job working here just as it's going to be temporary, but this company is so amazing and the people are so amazing that I've been here for years and years and I don't plan on going anywhere. That's the culture that we've created. That's the culture that Bob and Jay have created. It's just amazing. How many would love to be a part of that? Raise your hand. Okay? So that's our leadership, all right? But the thing is that's not the only thing that makes Renata's the best of the best. Okay, now, you guys are from Utah, not from Idaho. My Idaho group is very well trained on this, but I'm going to give you guys a pass. When I say something like, that's not all, or there's more, or it gets better, you guys have to say, there's more? And you have to say it just like that, okay? With that kind of enthusiasm, okay? So the thing is, that's not the only reason we are a 5-star company. Holy cow, man, you about blew out my ears. You guys, you might even be smarter than you are better looking, okay? So listen, I know some of you are up here, I'm up here, you're down there. But I know some of you, you're down there and you're like, man, this guy's really, really corny. This guy's a little bit strange. I mean, yeah, he is from Idaho. He's a little weird. Listen, I learned a long time ago, I would much rather be corny and rich than cool and poor. Okay? So I don't care what you guys think. Corny and rich trumps cool and poor. Anyway, so we love these guys. They're amazing leaders, and they're here because they want to be here. The second reason why we're the best of the best is education. One of the most important lessons I learned a long time ago, write this down. The more you learn, the more you earn. Would you guys agree with that? Yep. Your income is in direct proportion to your knowledge. Okay? So, I'll give you an example. How many of you want to make more money you're making right now? Raise your hand. Okay? So if I ask you guys, why aren't you doing it? You know the number one answer you guys would give me? I don't know how. It's not because you're not working hard. How many feel like you're working pretty dang hard right now? You guys have heard the old saying, right? It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. Knowledge. The number one reason you guys aren't making more money is because you don't know what you don't know. Lack of knowledge. That's what's holding you back. The more you learn, the more you earn. Is knowledge critical to your success in anything you do? Yes. Even if you work at a gas station or fast food, is it still critical to your success? Yes. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose your job. It doesn't matter what you do in life. But if it's important in a job, is knowledge and education even more critical in owning your own business and real estate investing, you guys think? Yeah. Even more important, right? Very, very important. See, knowledge is power as long as what? As long as you apply, as long as you use it, right? It's useless if you don't. Can one idea make you a fortune? Yes. 100%. We take knowledge and education very, very seriously. Because here's the thing. Just because somebody gives you a bunch of information, does that mean you're going to learn it? No. Retain it? No. Apply it? Succeed at it? No. Would you guys believe me if I told you that it's not only what's being taught that is important, but the method and how it's being taught that's important? Would you guys believe that? The method is every bit as important as the content being taught. Okay? It's not what you say, it's how you say it that makes a difference. Right, husbands? Yes. We know, right? When you're communicating with your wife, it's not what you say, it's how you say it that makes the difference. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. A couple of you still haven't learned that lesson, apparently. Okay? You're still figuring that out. All right? You guys got a lot. You didn't think this was about relationships tonight, did you? You did think that, you thought it was just real estate, but. So here's the thing. The method is extremely important. So we sat back and asked ourselves, because we didn't want to just give you a bunch of information, because that doesn't mean anything. So we sat back and asked ourselves, what is the most successful teaching model in the world? And it finally dawned on us, colleges. College is the most successful teaching model because it can take anybody who knows nothing about a profession and within years turn them into a professional. Can they take somebody who knows nothing about being a doctor, turn them into a doctor? What about an architect? An engineer? Absolutely. Because they use a process called ISD. It stands for Instructional Systems Design. Okay? It's a process that colleges and universities use. It's a step-by-step structured education that can take somebody who knows nothing about being a doctor and within years turn them into a doctor. Does that make sense? Yep. Yes. We sat back and asked ourselves, why can't we do the same thing for real estate investing? That's what we did. We hired individuals who have PhDs in education, individuals who actually help colleges build their curriculums. We brought them in, hired them. They helped us build our classes and our courses for real estate investing. Now, guys, this is not a college for real estate investors, but this is the closest thing to a college for real estate investors, guys. We're the only company. Listen, we are the only company in the real estate investing space that has done this. Nobody else has done this. We've invested more time and energy than anybody else out there. The only one that does this is called the ISD process. Very, very important. We hired 39 instructors because does one person know everything? No. 39 experts. Now, to be an instructor with Renatus, we have some very strict criteria. Not just anybody can be an instructor. We've actually interviewed hundreds of potential instructors, and most of them did not meet our criteria. We don't want just anybody teaching for our company. Our instructors have to have a very successful, be very successful financially. Is that important to you guys? If you want somebody teaching, you want somebody who's financially successful. Does that make sense? Okay. Our instructors also have to have a very, oh, don't you love when that happens? Apple, thank you so much, man.
There's more?
Kendall, I love you, brother. And I always know it's Kendall because he got a big smile on his face back there. Anyway. All right, keep it up. I'm going to tell some stories about you, man. But to be an instructor with Renatus, also, you have to have a very successful track record in what you're teaching. Is that important? Yeah. You want somebody who's been doing it for a while, right? They got a track record. But also, they actually have to be out there in the trenches doing it today, making money in real estate today. Do you think that's just as important?
Yes.
Do you want somebody who used to do it or is doing it now? Now. Is real estate always changing?
Yes.
Are fix and flips different now than they were years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Is commercial real estate different than it was years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Land development, multifamilies, short-term rentals, long-term rentals, all this, everything's changing, right? Laws change, regulations change. Our instructors have to be out there in the trenches making money today so they can teach you the most cutting-edge strategies of what's going on in the marketplace today. Guys, this is pretty cool. Nobody's done this. A lot of people that teach out in the real estate space are has-beens that did it years ago, and now they're just teaching, okay? Not us. So we got guys like Mark Kohler. Man, you have got to get to know this guy. How many want to save money on taxes? Raise your hand. Absolutely. Make more, pay less, right? Listen, we all know what the government's doing with your money, okay? Why not keep more in your pocket, guys? It's all about knowledge. Knowledge is the key. So he's one of the top business and real estate CPAs and attorneys in the country. Guys, if you want to save money on taxes, the stuff he teaches you is off the hook. And he's also going to teach you how to protect your wealth. As you become wealthier, is it more and more important to learn how to protect yourself? Yes. We live in a very litigious society, okay? You don't want to become a target. So he teaches you how to protect your wealth as well. And the cool thing is, guess where he lives? Rexburg. I was going to give a woohoo, but I don't want to blow you guys out there again, so. Okay, Garrett Gunderson. All right, this guy is going to blow your mind. Okay, he has a company called Wealth Factory. He teaches you how to accelerate wealth faster, how to get the lifestyle you want faster. Is that pretty cool? I mean, how many of you want to get there quicker? Okay, retire rich, retire young, right? Okay, how many of you want to get retire rich, retire old? How many of you want to retire poor and old? How many are confused right now? Okay. I know, now, here's the thing. Some of you out there, I see it in your eyes. You guys are looking at me, and you got that kind of dazed look, a few of you, and it happens every time I speak at an event. It never fails. At least one or two people, sometimes more, come up to me afterwards, and they're like, Jason, why in the world did you go into real estate? You should be a model. And I did do some modeling. I used to be a model, an underwear model, okay? But it didn't pay enough. And so.
There's more?
Was that you again, Kendall? A baby Gerber model? I told you I was an underwear model. I didn't say what underwear. That's still more than you did. Anyway, all right. So, but Garrett Gunderson, seriously, the stuff he teaches, you've never heard of before. He teaches people how to accelerate their wealth and achieve their goals much, much faster. Okay, this guy right here, Matt Sorensen, he's an expert on self-directed IRAs. Now, you guys know about IRAs, right? Traditional Roth IRAs, retirement accounts. Okay, the problem with most retirement accounts, traditional IRAs and so forth, is you're pigeonholed into investing in the stock market. And most retired people are like, I want to invest in real estate, but I can't. Well, he teaches you how to convert your retirement into a self-directed IRA so you can invest in real estate. How many would love to do that? And the cool thing is you can invest your money and put it back in tax-free. Even better, right? It is so cool. He is so good at what he does, the IRS consults with him on self-directed IRAs. Guys, so again, very, very important. And it's not just real estate. You can actually use the self-directed IRAs for most anything else. We've had people use it for baseball cards, all sorts of different things. Okay, this guy right here, Tony Scotti, he teaches people how to pay off their rental properties even faster. How many of you would have loved to have bought like 10 rental properties 5 years ago? Raise your hand. Would you be pretty set today if you did that? And even better, how many would love to have 10 rental properties right now that are paid off, free and clear? Does that increase your cash flow? No mortgage on them? Well, he teaches you how to pay off your rental properties even faster. Okay, accelerate the process. And he actually pays off one rental property every month. Every month. Yeah, did you guys hear that? Every month. Okay, anyway. These guys right here, Ben and Heather, they're in Boise. They're fix and flip experts. Okay, how many have ever thought about doing fix and flips? Okay, these guys have been doing 30 to 40 fix and flips a year for the past 15 years. Could they teach you how to become experts at fix and flips? So guys, anything and everything to do with real estate, land development, commercial real estate, long-term rentals, short-term rentals, auctions, lease options, okay, short sales, foreclosures, subject tos. So some of you are going to come and ask, do you teach this? Yes. Real estate? Yes. Anything and everything. We got instructors in different aspects. Multifamily, okay? Multifamily rentals and multifamily fix and flip. You guys ever thought about doing multifamily fix and flips? Yeah. Man, there's good money in that. Okay, anyway. So 39 experts, 3 areas of education that we focus on. Financial, business, and real estate. Because real estate is not enough. You need the financial. Because just because you go out there and make a lot of money in real estate, that's not enough. Because here's the thing, you don't want to be broke at a higher level. Are there people out there that make a ton of money and they're just broke at a higher level? You'd be amazed how many doctors make $40,000, $50,000 a month, and are still paycheck to paycheck. Go read a book called The Millionaire Next Door. It'll tell you, okay? You need the financial knowledge. So as you're learning how to make more money, you also know how to keep more of your money and get your money working and growing for you. Every dollar you own is an employee, okay? And most of you, your employees are lazy. They're laid off right now. They're not doing much work. You need to get them to work. You want them out there producing, making more baby Benjis, baby Benjamins. Baby Benjamins, you guys not follow me? Some of you guys are still stuck on my supermodel joke. Okay? We also teach you business, because is real estate a business? Yes. Is there a big difference between being self-employed and being a business owner? Yes. If you're self-employed, you work, you make money. You don't work, you don't make money. A business owner, you have systems in place. You can go on vacation for a month, you're still making money, right? You want to be a business owner. So we teach you all three: financial, business, and real estate. Okay, so let's talk about our financial knowledge. This is where our essentials comes in, all right? We teach you velocity banking. Guys, velocity banking, holy cow. When you learn this, you are not going to sleep for a week in a good way. You're going to love this. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Raise your hand. Holy cow. How many of you would love to pay off your home in like 5 to 7 years? That'd be pretty cool. Save that interest. Does the bank need more of your money? No. Why not keep that to yourself? The cool thing about this is velocity banking, we teach you how to pay off your debts in a fraction of time. Not just your home, but other debts, student loans. It works with anything. And the cool thing is you can do it without making more money. That's right. It's not about making more money. It's about changing the flow of money. It's not magic. It's math. Okay, guys? So cool. Tax and legal strategies. Self-directed IRAs, like we talked about. Understanding credit. Is credit important in life? Yes. Especially in business. Do wealthy people use credit as a tool to build wealth? Yes. Some people think that all debt's bad. Is that true? No, there's good debt and bad debt. Good debt makes you money, okay? Bad debt costs you money. Very, very important. Bad debt is things like liabilities, like toys, like boats, snow machines, things like that. Campers. What? Oh. Huh? Boats and snowmobiles? I didn't say you couldn't buy them. I'm just saying they cost you money. They're liabilities. It's easy. Take it easy there, Cupcake. We're all good. All right. Don't bring out the baths yet. Okay, anyway. No, but seriously. But I'm not saying you can't have those things, but good debt is things that make you money. Okay, as a real estate investor, are you going to have to take on some debt? Yeah. But it's good debt, rental properties, things like that, right? So again, it's going to make you money. Real estate foundations, negotiations. Is negotiations important in real estate? Oh, yeah. Absolutely, okay? How to find the right deals, how to analyze them, run the numbers, okay? Make sure it's a good deal or not. I mean, because if you get a deal that's not quite right, can that mess things up? Absolutely, okay? Real estate red flags, how to avoid the mistakes that uneducated investors make. And guys, there's a lot of uneducated investors out there. We teach you how to avoid those mistakes and those red flags. And creative acquisition. What's creative acquisition? Anybody?
Not your money, not your credit.
Doing deals without using any of your own money or credit. That's creative acquisition. How many want to learn how to do that again? Raise your hand. Okay, fantastic. That's our essentials. Now, guys, I'm share with you some testimonies and examples. So again, I just got to tell you guys that we're not guaranteeing any success or money or anything like that. So just again, a little disclaimer there. So Troy and Debbie Rice, the velocity banking strategy allows us to pay off my student loan and truck in just 17 months and reduce our overall debt payments from $5,200 a month to $3,100 a month. That's a savings of $2,100 a month. All I can say is thank you, Renatus. What you teach changed our lives. Richard and Jenny, we crushed in our first 6 months by wiping out all of our student loans and credit card debts, something I thought I had to live with for the next 30 years along with my mortgage. Velocity Banking helps us live comfortably in Hawaii for the first time in our lives. Renatus helped us to be who we want to be, do what we want to do, and have what we want to have. Okay, Earl and Crystal paid off their home in 7 years using Velocity Banking. 7 years. Craig paid off his home in 4 years. Gordon paid off his home in 4 years. The cool thing about Gordon is he turned around and took out a first position line of credit on his home, $750,000. He is his own bank. He's his own bank. Rather than using the bank's money, he's his own money, and he pays himself interest instead of paying the bank interest. If you're going to pay interest, why not pay yourself, right? Yeah. He is his own bank. So he's got a first position line of credit on his home, and he uses that money, puts it right back in, and he's growing his wealth that way. Jason, what's that?
They need more.
I love it. Thank you. Give him a round of applause. So real quick, Jason, come up here real quick. Where's Jason at? Everybody give Jason a round of applause. So here's a cool thing. So Kendall was brand new. He brought me in this business, and I am so grateful to him because that one phone call changed my life. And then Jason was the first guy that I introduced to this and brought him in. And so all three of us, like right there, boom, boom, boom. And so all three of us, like all together, we've got over 50 years combined experience. But Jason, talk about what this has done for you.
So just the tax legal strategies class, I took those 2 classes, and we got a hold of Mark. We'd done a little bit of business before we met Renatus, and we'd done a few real estate transactions. He's like, let me look at your past 3 years of taxes. Let me see how your accountant did. So he grabbed our taxes, we sent them to him, he amended them, called us up and said, I can get you $17,000 back on previous taxes you've already filed. How awesome is that? Yeah. And he has saved us hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last few years. Best phone call I ever got from him is, Jace, you had a really good year. This year, you need to go buy a new pickup for the end of the year. We'd like to have that phone call. Yeah. And I told my wife, I'm like, hey, Mark says I gotta buy it. I don't want to. I gotta buy it. So, you know, that's awesome.
Hey, hold on. I'm not done with you yet, buddy.
Okay.
I don't want to. That's so funny, man. So what were you doing before this?
I drove truck. I drove triples up and down the interstate for Big Brown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, and what's interesting is he was driving nights, and so working at night, sleeping during the day. So very similar to my situation, wasn't getting the time with your family.
Yeah, not at all. Just working my tail off, and I wanted something different, and I was looking. And once I found Renatus, I took all of the classes and put them on a tape. Anybody know what a cassette tape is? Plugged them into my truck, and here's the thing about UPS truck, they didn't provide any kind of stereo system at all. So I built this metal box to put my tape player into, hooked it up to a speaker, and then hot wired it underneath the dash so I could actually have a radio and play my tapes. So I listened to all the classes as much as I could and turned my truck into a university on wheels.
That was awesome, man. Thanks, brother. How many of you are that committed to succeeding? Raise your hand. That's commitment right there, right? Jason, how many real estate deals have you done?
Over 200.
200 deals. How many want to get to know Jason? Yeah. Okay. Amazing guy. Love that guy. Okay. So let's talk about business real quick. How many think that a lot of the stuff that you learn in real estate, you can apply with business to make money in business? You guys agree with that? Okay. So we teach you how to run this like a business, but not only that, you can actually take this stuff to go out there and acquire businesses and so forth. So this is our profits course. Okay, we teach you how to automate it and run this like a business. Now the cool thing is, where's Carl at? Is Carl here? Carl, come up here, Carl. Everybody give Carl a round of applause. Hurry up here, Carl. Keep going. He's not up here yet.
Here I am.
Oh man, this guy, we love this guy, man. He is so cool. So just quickly share your story.
So I was on Craigslist late night, looking for a house to flip or buy, whatever. And I couldn't find one. And so I found this, found a laundromat. I negotiated a price for $36,000.
Carl, hold your mic still.
Okay. Thanks, Daniel. So I found this laundromat, negotiated the price down to $36,000, put $6,000 in repairs, so all in $42,000. I borrowed the money from my brother, so it's not even my money. And I'm about $600 a month on average.
That's awesome.
Hey. So think about this for a second. Oh, too close. $600 a month. Man, I love being close to you, brother. Guys, $600 a month and out of pocket $42,000, no financing. Is that a fantastic deal? Yeah. You better believe it, guys. How many of you love to do a deal like that? Not too bad, right? Now, again, am I making guarantees? Is that possible if you know what you're doing? Yes. Knowledge is the key, right? So, man, give it up for Carl. And Carl is a machinist, and he's real close to going full-time into real estate. But, man, get to know that guy, one of the coolest guys. He doesn't talk too much, but he's like, what's that old commercial, E.F. Hutton? When he speaks, everyone listens. Yeah, that's Carl right there. So anyway, super cool guy. All right, real estate. How many are here because of real estate? Raise your hand. Woo, okay. So this is our real estate. So this is our AIT. It's called Accelerated Investor Training. So first of all, we got business management. Now remember that ISD process I talked to you guys about before? Okay, step-by-step structured education. That's what this is. So notice how these are numbered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that's why you take these classes in order. So again, we teach you more advanced business management and business strategies, payroll, cost segregation, raising private capital, partnerships, all that kind of stuff. Also, wholesaling, lease options, auctions. Guys, are the auctions going to be flooded over the next few years? Yes. Man, Kendall has made a fortune at auctions. Guys, so learn how to make money at auctions, lease options, wholesaling. Anybody ever thought about wholesaling deals? Wholesaling is fantastic, especially for a brand new investor, because you don't need any money or credit at all to do the deal. You basically put a deal under contract, you sign that contract to an end buyer, and you make a nice profit in between, okay? So wholesaling is a fantastic way to get started in real estate. Fix and flips. By show of hands, who's thought about doing fix and flips? Raise your hand. Yeah, all you guys have seen these shows on TV, like Flip This House, Fixer Upper, Fricker Fracker, okay? You guys haven't seen Fricker Fracker? It's brand new. It's brand new. I don't know how Fricker Fracker, I don't know how that name applies to fix and flips, but it's out there. So anyway, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm just kidding, guys. But no, there's so many out there. I'm sure there's got to be one called Fricker Fracker. But we teach how to become an expert at fix and flips. Okay, all the contracts, mortgages, everything, rehabbing, everything from A to Z. Alex. Okay, so Alex can be here. Actually, he was going to be here tonight, but he had a family emergency, unfortunately, and so really tough situation going on in his family. But his dad passed away a couple days ago. Alex is such a cool guy. He's 25 years old. He's been with us a few years. He was a broke college student when he got started. Broke college student. He's a full-time investor. Again, he was able to do this without using any of his own money or credit. Okay, in just the past few years, he's done 16 fix and flips in the past few years. Okay, pretty cool. And he's also bought a coffee shop without using any of his own money or credit. In fact, all of this, all using creative acquisition. No money, no credit. He bought a trucking company without using any of his own money or credit. Guys, remember what I said that we teach in real estate, you can use in businesses? Do you think there's ways to go out there and acquire businesses without using your money or credit and again, turn them into cash flowing machines? Absolutely. Okay, that's what Alex has done. He doesn't even drive truck. He doesn't even have a CDL license. Yeah. So anyway, okay, short sales, foreclosures. Are the banks going to be flooded with foreclosures? Yeah. Do they want foreclosures? No. Do they make money having foreclosures on their books? No. The more foreclosures they have, it actually hinders their ability to lend money. They make money lending money. If they have too many foreclosures, it becomes too much of a liability. They can't lend. Banks are going to be very, very motivated. They're going to be motivated sellers. They're going to be motivated to dump these properties, but they're not going to sell them just anybody. You have to be educated, know what you're doing, okay? Because it's a process. Trust me, it's a process working with the banks, okay? If you think they're a pain, okay, as a consumer on a personal level, try dealing with them on a business level when you're doing real estate, okay? But anyway, so we teach you how to work with the banks because if you know what you're doing, I'm telling you guys right now, banks are going to be letting properties go up pennies on the dollar over the next few years. It's going to be huge. You can make great money doing that. Short-term rentals. How many ever stayed in Airbnb? Okay. How many ever thought about owning Airbnbs, short-term rentals? Okay. Fantastic. Have a lot of people been making money at that over the past few years? Quite a bit of money, right? So we teach you how to become an expert at short-term rentals. Okay. So Dave and Mandy, a couple amazing members of our team. Dave, come up here real quick. Give Dave a round of applause. We actually really wanted Mandy, but...
It's true.
Yeah, so my wife and I, we got real good at short-term rentals 3 years ago. We picked up our first property back in September 2019 with only $3,000 out of our pocket. And now we have 10 units with nothing more coming out of our pocket. This year alone, it's going to make me more than I make my W-2 job. We'll make over $100,000 just in short-term rentals alone. And I just put another property, signed a lease on that one today. So I absolutely love this company. I love short-term rentals. I don't even know my picture was going to be up here, so that was fun.
Got to keep you on your toes, man. Give him a round of applause. Guys, get to know Dave. He is such a cool guy, and he knows his stuff when it comes to short-term rentals. Guys, in 3 years, is that pretty cool? Yeah, I mean, again, I think about what you guys can do over the next few years. I mean, pretty awesome. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, or excuse me, a long amount of time. It does take time and effort, but you'd be amazed what you can do in a relative short amount of time. Buy and hold. This is long-term rental. Anybody thought about owning long-term rental properties? Absolutely. You can make money there too. They both have their strengths, long-term and short-term rentals. Okay, Hector Valdez. Hector, another amazing guy. So Hector, when he found him, he was a real estate agent. Okay, now here's the thing. Real estate agents are amazing. We've actually found a lot of people get their real estate license thinking or hoping that that's going to teach them how to become a real estate investor. Okay, are real estate agents and investors completely different? Yes. Now, real estate agents are awesome. I love real estate agents. I know a lot of people in real estate. I have really good friends that are agents. But you just have to understand that real estate agents, real estate investors are two different things. And I point that out because I've had a couple of people say, well, I can go to my real estate agent and learn how to invest in real estate. Is that true? No, they're not going to know. Okay, real estate agents, you have to have a license so that you are certified to get a commission to sell somebody else's property, so that you're licensed to do that. You're legally licensed. You're basically self-employed. And the challenge with being a real estate agent, when the market's up, they do really good. When the market goes down, okay, not so much. Real estate agents are very dependent on the market, okay? Real estate investor, okay, not at all the same. As a real estate investor, do you have to have a license? No, you're a business owner. You're not self-employed. You have to have a license. You have a business. You make profit, not commissions. Completely different. And as a real estate investor, how many of you believe that if you know what you're doing as a real estate investor, you can make money in any market, up or down, as a real estate investor? Raise your hand. Are there some strategies that work better in an up market? Are there some strategies that work better in a down market? That's the beauty about being a real estate investor. No matter what the market's doing, there are always strategies to make money. You just have to know what you're doing. Knowledge is the key. So we brought him on board. Within 2 years, he was able to acquire 26 homes using creative acquisition. 2 years, guys. Is that good? That's fantastic, right? And again, we taught him everything from A to Z. All right, one of my favorite stories, Steve Namera. This guy, when we found him a few years ago, he didn't even speak English. He's an immigrant from Japan. All right, and when he went through our classes, he had to use a hand translator, and he had to translate every sentence from English into Japanese. You imagine how much time that would take? How many of you feel like you're that committed? Is that commitment? Hopefully you guys are that committed. That's how bad he wanted to succeed. Okay, because if you know his background, I don't have time. His background, when he came here, he didn't have a job, didn't have money or credit. Guys, that tells you. He just posted this on Facebook. I just closed on my 211th deal. This will be my 61st rental property. He didn't have a job, didn't have money or credit, immigrant from Japan, and he barely speaks English today.
Money talks.
What's that?
Money talks.
Money talks, that's right. But I'm not joking about the guy. He is a powerful story. Do you know that an immigrant has a 90% greater chance of succeeding in this country than somebody who's born and raised here? Yep. Do you guys know why that is?
They get the job done.
Because they came here for a lot of reasons. To do the job.
Yeah. See, do you guys think we take a lot of our freedoms and opportunities for granted?
Yes.
And they come here, and if you guys have ever traveled to other countries, you know this is the greatest country in the world. Okay? This is the greatest. They come here and they see everything that we take for granted on a day-to-day basis. They don't take it for granted. They get to work and they make it happen. That's why. So, man, my hat's off to this guy. I love this guy. Okay? So, we don't teach you about toilets, okay? So don't worry about that. All right, but seller finance notes, subject to, like we talked about before, all that kind of stuff. Commercial real estate. Anybody thought about commercial real estate? Yeah, I know some of you are tired of raising your hand. Say aye if you want to do commercial real estate. Aye. Oh, isn't that so much easier? So some of you, like in the middle of the night, some of you are gonna like raising your hand, like your wife's gonna be like, what the heck are you doing? Okay? You're gonna be having dreams about me tonight. Okay? So
He's helping you tonight, don't worry.
oh, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna stop that before it gets out of hand. Anyway, okay? Multifamily. Anybody thought about owning multifamily? Say aye. Aye. Yeah. But again, we teach you not only how to do multifamily rentals, but multifamily fix and flip, guys. There's incredible money doing multifamily fix and flip. Alvin, okay, one of the greatest examples. This guy is so cool. I am 26 years old, got good grades, got into a great college, did everything I was supposed to do, and I ended up working at Chipotle rolling burritos. Guys, man, is going to school, getting good grades, getting a degree, and getting a job, is that the secret to success? No. I don't know that it ever was, but it definitely is not today. And look what happened to him. Exactly 2 years ago, I found this community of real estate investors that taught me everything I needed to know to make a change. Today, I own 84 rentals. Guys, this is within 2 years. 84 rentals. And I make my annual Chipotle salary in 1 month's rental income. If a 24-year-old fast food worker can make this work, anyone can do this. What do you guys think about it? Is that pretty cool? Yeah. Absolutely, guys. That's right, there is more, okay? And he's done extremely well doing multifamily fix and flips. Very, very well doing multifamily fix and flips. Okay, we teach you how to accelerate your wealth, get there quicker so you can retire rich, retire young. Retiring in real estate, okay? How many want to retire in real estate? Yeah, okay? See, I think the consensus about retirement is dead wrong. I don't believe in retiring and stopping. Because I'm telling you guys right now, if you retire and stop, you're not going to last long. You're going to die. Literally. I've seen it happen. Okay? To me, retirement is working because you want to, not because you have to. How many agree with that? Yes. Yeah. That's retirement. Doing what you want because you love it. Like Bob, like Jay. Okay? So remember this chart I showed you guys earlier? Now, this $3.4 million, if we put this into a traditional retirement account, every month you're taking a draw, right? $10,000 a month. What's happened to your retirement over time? It's decreasing, right? Do you think a lot of retired people get scared watching their retirement dwindle over time? Yeah. Do they start to develop a lack mentality, a scarcity mentality? Okay. Do they get nervous, stop spending, stop traveling? And the scariest thing is to outlive your retirement. A lot of people are like, I might outlive my retirement. I plan on 5 years and I'm going longer, right? Sometimes that happens. Let me give you another scenario. What if we put that $3.4 million into real estate? Do you think in most states around the country, could you buy 10 properties with $3.4 million? Like 10 homes, free and clear? Let's say $300,000 home. Is that pretty doable in most states? We're not talking California, okay? But most states, right? Now, if you bought them free and clear, no mortgage, does that increase your cash flow? Okay, you're still gonna have taxes. You're still gonna have 1 or 2 expenses. But for the most part, it's cash flow, right? Now, rents on a $300,000 home, what are rents like on a $300,000 home? So I know in Idaho, okay, and we've had some amazing appreciation, but a $300,000 home right now is renting for about $1,800, $2,000 a month. That's probably about the same for Utah, pretty close, right? Let's go on the low end. Let's say that you are renting for $1,500 a month per home. 10 homes, $1,500 a month. How much a month is that? $15,000. Is that better than $10,000? Yeah, and that's on the low end. I'm being conservative. If you're closer to $1,800 or $2,000 per property, how much is that? $20,000 a month. You've already doubled what you would have done in traditional retirement. And all you did is put it into real estate. Is that pretty cool? Yeah. Do rents increase over time? Yep. So that's even cooler. And instead of having a traditional retirement where it decreases, what's going on with your real estate over time? It's appreciating. Your retirement is growing. Guys, is this cool or what? Yeah. Absolutely, right? Man, let me show you an example. Dennis. So Dennis joined our team. Kendall actually brought Dennis on board. Really cool guy. He had a $250,000 in a traditional retirement account. He was making $800 a month, and little by little was going down. So he found us. He saw what I just showed you guys. He came on board. He put that money into 2 condos. He bought 2 condos free and clear, $217,000. Went from $800 a month to $3,600 a month in cash flow. Is that good? No! That's great. Guys, that's like four or 5 times better, right? Okay, paid off. He actually has 7 rentals paid for. This is just 2 of them. And those condos that he bought for $217 are now worth $840,000. He 4X'd his retirement just by doing nothing more than buying them and holding on to them. Is that pretty cool? Yeah. Absolutely. So guys, we have 90 classes, okay, and we're always adding more and more classes. A few months ago, we had 84 classes. We had just added 6 new classes. We're always adding more classes and 39 instructors. All of our classes are available online 24/7, so you can watch them anytime you want, day or night. Who are my night owls in here? Okay, night owls? Okay, there you go. All right. You can also attend our classes live at our studios right there in Centerville, at our corporate office, if you want. And we stream our classes live online. All of our classes, we're always re-recording our classes. Do you guys know why that is? To keep them fresh and current. Is everything changing? Laws, real estate, everything changing? We're always re-recording them, keeping them fresh and current. So you guys got the most cutting-edge strategies going on right now. Okay? Also, you can watch them in downloadable audio. I am going to add cassette tape on here. Okay? Bob, can we do cassette tapes? Okay, cassette tapes? Okay. All right, for people like Jason. All right? Cassette tapes. Anyway, downloadable audio. I'm amazed how many of our team members listen to them on audio while they're driving, walking the dog, different things. So anyways, awesome. 12-month redemption period. Okay, guys? What do you guys think about that? You guys think it's pretty cool? Guys, it gets even better than that, though. Holy cow. I'm telling you, my Idaho group, I've got to teach them over and over again before they finally do it. You guys got it like first time. Man, I might move down here. Holy cow. Hey. Did you reflect your voice, or is that somebody else over here? That's Carl. Slow down, trigger. That's perfect for you too, because he builds guns. So anyway. All right, third is coaching. Guys, remember this, very, very important. Nobody, and I mean nobody, ever succeeds on their own. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. From the time you're a baby, there's somebody from birth all the way through life that's mentoring you. Every successful person has coaches and mentors. I firmly believe one of the reasons why most people do not succeed in life. There we go. My brain's got to catch up with my mouth's got to catch up with my brain. Anyway, why most people don't succeed in life is because they don't have coaches and mentors. You guys agree with that? Okay, coaches and mentors, are they going to help you achieve your goals much faster? Yes. Absolutely. Think of it in terms of fitness. Okay, are you going to get in shape faster doing it on your own, or if you have a fitness instructor, a fitness coach? A coach, right? They're going to teach you how to do it the right way, so you're not wasting your time doing exercises that don't work or don't get results. They're going to teach you nutrition. They're also going to help you avoid mistakes you'd make on your own. This is true in every area of life. Guys, listen, successful people are successful because they have coaches and mentors. Every one of you should go out there immediately and start finding coaches and mentors that you can start working with. I'm telling you right now, it's going to 10x your income in your life. It is one of the most powerful things that you guys can do. All right? It makes a huge difference. So we do weekly study groups. Every Monday we do study groups. And every Tuesday we do group coaching calls as well. We also do one-on-one coaching. Coach Gavin, he's out of Boise, Idaho. This guy is amazing. He is the best of the best. He's a real estate investor trainer, and he's also a licensed broker. He's been in real estate for 19 years, almost 20 years. He's done hundreds of real estate deals, all sorts of different transactions. And he's also been a coach for 16 years. He loves coaching people. He does it because he loves it. He's like Bob and he's like Jay. He doesn't have to be here. He does it because he loves helping people. And guys, I tell you, my team members have had huge success with Gavin. He's amazing. He knows just about every type of strategy out there, and I can't even begin to tell you how many people he's coached. So you also get one-on-one coaching. How many think that'd be useful? Raise your hand. Okay? All right? But that's not all. Yeah, man. Oh, you guys are so awesome. We're going to go on the road. Okay. Write this down. This is probably the most valuable lesson I've learned. If you focus on helping people, the money will follow. Do you think that intentions make a huge difference in your success? Like if you're just there for the money versus if you're there trying to help people, do you think that makes a big difference? Yes. I truly believe I believe 100% that God is ready and willing to bless you with everything you want, even money, finances, if you have the right intentions. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Think about it for a second. Why would God want us to have an abundance in health, an abundance in relationships, abundance in all areas except for money and wealth? I believe that God wants us abundance in all areas of life, but we have to have the right intentions. And I promise you guys, if you focus on helping people, the money will follow. I love, one of the first guys I started learning from years ago, 25 plus years ago, was Zig Ziglar. Anybody learn from Zig Ziglar? Back with cassette tapes? Yep. Yeah, you can have, I first heard this, one of my favorite quotes. I've lived by this ever since. You can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. How many of you here, because not only because you want a better life, but you want to be able to help other people have a better life? Raise your hand. Okay, hopefully that's each and every one of you, because I'm telling you guys right now, if our culture that we've created, we firmly believe that when you succeed in life, you have a moral obligation to help other people succeed. Would you guys believe that? Yeah. You guys feel the same way? Yeah. Okay, and so ever since I learned this, I've lived by it ever since. Remember this, I showed you earlier, how wealthy people have businesses for massive income, real estate for passive income. How many of you want more massive income today? Raise your hand. Okay, to build your passive income faster, right? Well, here's the cool thing about this. We've done something nobody else has done before. See, every company out there, no matter how great their company is, they have to advertise, right? Yeah. And most companies, what they do is they spend millions of dollars with big advertising companies to do commercials and social media and stuff. But we've known for a long time that the best form of advertising always has been, always will be what? Word of mouth. We said, rather than paying millions of dollars to big ad companies because they don't need that money, why not give all that money back to our community? Why not give that back to you? So that's what we did. So we actually pay you to advertise for us. How many of you would like to make money by helping us build our community? Yeah. Okay? Our focus is building a massive community of successful real estate investors all around the country. That's our whole focus. Okay? If you ask anybody in our business what they love most, this is what you're going to hear the most, is community. Community, community, community. We pay you to talk about us, and we pay you very, very well. Now, guys, you don't do any selling. Okay? You don't do selling. Okay? You don't do what I'm doing up here. How many of you would love to get up here and do what I'm doing? Raise your hand.
I actually would.
Oh, well, man. Okay, that's cool. Most people don't want, that's fine. You don't do this. You don't do any selling. You do two things. You simply share and invite. You share this with other people, and you invite them to come check it out just like you guys are right now. That's it. We do the telling and selling. And that's it, guys. It's so, so simple. So, guys, this is not the MLMs. This is not the lotions, potions, pills, the colon cleansers, okay? This is not the home parties, okay? It's not like that. So all you do is share and invite. And you guys are already doing that anyway. And the cool thing about this is you can make money while you're learning to become a real estate investor. While you're learning all this stuff, you can make money in the process. Say, woo, if you think that's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. I get into it. Oh, man. Yeah. It's checking out. It's like, holy cow, it's bedtime. Anyway. But you get paid anywhere from $300 to over $11,000 anytime somebody that you share this with decides to become a part of it. So you share and invite this. If they decide, they come check it out, they decide they want to be part of it, you can make $300 to $11,000 if they decide to join our community. Is that pretty cool? You guys like that? How many of you okay with making that kind of money just by sharing this with other people? Raise your hand. And you guys are already doing this anyway. Okay, you guys are doing this anyway. I mean, how many of you have ever went and ate a great restaurant and you told other people about it? Yeah, right? How many of you saw a great movie and told other people about it? Or you bought a great product, told people. Some of you love sharing with other people so much that you're more than happy to share your single friends with other people. Hey, you got to date this person. Anybody in here like doing that? Setting up your single friends? Okay. Yeah, you guys are lying. You're lying. So here's the thing. You guys are doing this stuff anyway. When is the last time one of those businesses called you back and said, man, thank you so much, Stu, for sending all your family and friends to our business. here's $11,000 just for sending all your family and friends here. Have you ever done that? Ever done that, guys? But if they did, how many of you take it? Yes. Yeah, absolutely, guys. So what I'm talking about is no different what you're already doing every single day. But here's the thing. Rather than sharing some great food or a great movie, why not share something that's actually going to change their lives? I'm telling you guys right now, every single one of you in this room, you have people that you know that need this. And I'm not joking in the least little bit. I am dead serious right now. You know people that need this. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. And you know people right now that are hurting. And they're scared. They don't know what we know about the economy. This is exciting. They don't know that because they don't have the knowledge. They're scared. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. They're worried. They're worried. They're worried about the economy. They're worried about automation. Are a lot of people going to be losing jobs to automation over the next 3 to 5 years? You better believe it. It's already happening, guys. McDonald's, okay? What happened to McDonald's? All these kiosks? Self-checkouts? It's already been happening. People are scared. And I also tell you, a lot of you probably have family and friends that just like I was years ago that have probably been praying. They've been praying to God for an answer. And they're looking. So I'm very passionate about this. One of my friends that years ago, he joined our business. And he came to an event like this. And after years, he'd already been in the business for years. He invited one of his friends, after years of being in the business, first time he told his friend about it. He invited his friend to a meeting just like this. After we got done, his friend got up, went and approached him, literally chewed him out. And he said, why didn't you tell me about this years ago? He said, did you know that I've lost my home, I've ruined my credit, and I lost my job? And he said, if you'd have told me about this when you first found out about it, I could have avoided all that. He was furious with him. Guys, there are people out there right now that need you to share this with them. And here's the thing, is our most successful team members, they make money in real estate and they make money by helping us build our community. We have some team members that just do real estate. Now, you can come in here and just do real estate, and you don't have to participate in this. This is purely optional. You can just do real estate, but I'm telling you guys right now, how many of you would love to 10x your real estate business and achieve your goals faster? If you guys want to make more money faster and do more deals quicker and build your retirement and your passive income quicker, you help us build our community. You help us build our community, you'll build your passive income faster. You help us build our community, you'll do more deals quicker. You help us build our community, you'll be able to achieve your goals faster. I promise you guys, our most successful team members do both, real estate and they also help us build our community. Think like this. For example, if you had 10 people that you shared this with and they came on board, do you think there's a chance that those 10 people have resources or access to resources that could help you in your real estate business? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Is that going to help you achieve your goals faster? Yes. Do you think those 10 people are going to probably find deals that you wouldn't find on your own? Yeah. Deals that they could maybe pass on to you, right? Or maybe partner up with you? The more people that you share this with, okay, it actually builds your business. Some people think, oh, if I share this, that's less deals for me. Guys, Jason had that mentality. Jason, where you at again, bud? When he first found this, he's like, I'm not telling a soul. I don't want anybody to know about this, okay? Is that true, Jason?
It is. I was one of the first guys in Idaho, and I thought, there's not a chance I'm going to share this with anybody. I want to do all the real estate myself, I want to have all the success.
Yeah, and he's like, I want them all for myself. Jason, could you handle all the deals that you've seen over the years?
No.
Not even close.
And when I started to help build the community, my real estate exploded.
Yep.
I didn't hardly do a thing for that first year because I was selfish. Wanted to keep it all to myself. As soon as I started sharing it, my real estate exploded.
How many of you are part of our community that know exactly what Jason's talking about, that can validate this? Raise your hands high. Can validate this. Guys, all right, this is called the wealth cycle. This is one of the reasons why Bob is so brilliant. He's a brilliant businessman. He came up with this. See, you join our community and you learn this. While you're learning this, you help us to build our community. As you're doing real estate deals, are people going to want to know what you're doing? Are they going to see a difference in your lifestyle? Yeah. And she shares with people, hey, they come take a look at it. You build our community, you're going to do more deals, more people. You see the cycle? It's called the wealth cycle, guys. It's brilliant. So if you want to be more successful and achieve your goals faster, help us build our community. I love what Steve Harvey has always said. When God blesses you, he blesses you to be a blessing to others. Would you guys agree with that? Yep. One of my favorite guys. If you know his story, man, it is absolutely amazing, guys. Okay? Now, the fifth reason why we're the best of the best.
There's more.
Oh, man. See, I threw a curveball at you guys. I didn't have my normal cue. Okay? Is our community. Like I said before, this is the thing that people comment on the most. All right? Again, very, very important. Remember this. If you want to succeed in life, you have to surround yourself with successful people. You have to surround yourself with successful people. Guys, your net worth is determined by your network. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Absolutely. They've done studies on this. They found that the people that you spend the most time with determine your income and lifestyle more than anything else. More than anything else. When I first heard that years ago, I got rid of all my friends. That's not entirely true, but I did find friends who were more successful than me, wealthier than me, because you want to surround yourself with people who are more successful because they're going to pull you up, right? Listen, you hang around negative people, what are you going to be? Negative. You hang around positive people, what are you going to be? Positive. Birds of a feather flock together, right? You become who you associate with. You hang around broke people, what are you going to be? Broke. I guarantee you, okay, your lifestyle is similar to the people you're associating with. You hang around wealthy people, what are you going to be? It's just natural. You become who you associate. It's one of the reasons why we don't want our kids hanging around the wrong kids in school, right? We don't want them to influence them to make the wrong decisions. But as people get older, become adults, they fail to recognize that they're hanging around the wrong kids, right? You're hanging around the wrong people. And here's the thing, is a lot of people in your life, your family and friends, you may think, and many of them do have good intentions, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of people that you spend time with that give advice to you, okay, they don't want you to be successful because the more successful you are in their mind, the less successful they are. So here's what happens. You guys ever heard how they catch crabs? Yeah, when they catch crabs, fact of life, they put one crab in a bucket, they got to put a lid on because it'll get out. You put 2 or more crabs in a bucket, you can leave the lid off. They'll never get out. Do you guys know why that is? Because every time one of those crabs tries to climb out of the bucket, what do the other crabs do? Pulls them back down in. Pulls them back down in. Okay? Every one of you in this room has crabs. In your life. Let me finish.
There's more.
Listen, if you forget anything I've told you here tonight, when you leave this room, okay, because here's the thing. Every one of you have people in your life we call crabs. Every time you try to climb for higher ground, what do? They pull you down. Family, friends. Unfortunately, a lot of times family, people very close to us, they try to pull you down. Every time you try to make more money than other people, or achieve goals, or better yourself, become the best version of yourself, do things nobody's ever done before. And what do? They come and they try to tear you down. You can't do that. Okay, that's impossible. Okay?
Be real.
Only lucky people are successful. Yeah, be realistic. Okay? Money's the root of all evil. Rich people are evil. Blah, blah, blah. Right? And the thing is, you can see exactly why they're where they're at, because they got stinking thinking. Right? They got negative thoughts and negative beliefs that are holding them down. And the fact is, what they do is they try to keep you down with them. If you guys forget everything I've learned tonight, do not forget this. When you leave that room, stay away from the crabs. And I mean that in every sense of the word. One of my mentors a long time ago, he said, you never take advice from people who are more screwed up than you are. No, seriously, I don't care who it is. I do not care who it is. Family, friends, very close family. If somebody's trying to give you advice, when you leave here tonight, whether or not you should do this or do that, I don't care. When you're talking to people, ask yourself, are they qualified to give me advice? Do they make the money I want to make? Do they have the life I want? Do I want to be like them? My dad, when I first found this years ago, I was so excited to help my dad because my dad had been working for the government for almost 20 years, hated it, hated his job. They were cutting his benefits and they weren't giving his pay increases. He was making $48,000 a year after almost 20 years. The thing is, he couldn't go anywhere. He was stuck. They had him hooked. They were paying him just enough that he couldn't quit and go somewhere else because he'd take a pay cut. You know, most people, most companies pay people just enough to where they won't quit, and most people work just hard enough they won't get fired. But they had my dad hooked. They could do whatever they wanted. They could cut his benefits. What is he going to do? He's not going to go anywhere else. He hated it. When I found this years ago, my dad's like, they're lying to you. That's a scam. Like, what part of this is a scam? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, no. And we got in a huge fight, really bad fight. And so I'm like, fine. He ticked me off. I'm like, I'm going to do it even more now. And so I came on board. By my second year, when I finally had my first six-figure month, and my dad was still making $48,000 a year after 20 years, guess who came back and wanted to take a look at this? He wouldn't even look at it before. Wouldn't even look at it because he tried so many things in the past. How many of you tried other stuff in the past? My dad, when I was a kid, man, he tried so many things. He was in Amway twice, Herbalife twice, USANA. I called him the MLM king. Man, he did it all anyway. And I respect him for that because he never stopped trying. But anyway, he came back. He decided to take a look at this. After he got done seeing this, he came up to me afterwards. He's like, son, I am so sorry I didn't listen to you a year ago. He came on board. Within 3 months, he made enough money to quit his job that he'd been at for 20 years. He literally went into his, go ahead. He literally went to his boss's office and said, you're fired. He said that to his boss. How many of you love to do that to your boss? You're fired. Anybody, your boss sitting next to you? Anybody? I've had that happen, actually. Anyway, it gets even better. His first year with us, $485,000. Okay? And he's been able to retire. Do you know how good that makes me feel? If I wouldn't have told my dad about this, he'd still be at that dead-end job that he hated. It was killing him. Do you see why it's so important that we share this with other people? Yeah, there are people out there who will not hear about this unless somebody tells them. This is why I'm so passionate about this. This is what it's done for me, but my family and so many people I've been able to help. All my family is a part of this business. My siblings, my kids, and it all started with me. So, anyway, we do a lot of events for our community to keep you guys plugged in. Because again, guys, it's very important you stay plugged in. We do daily success tips, daily success webinars. Would you guys agree that 80% of your success is your mindset, psychology? Yes. Okay, you can get all the knowledge, but if you have stinking thinking, it's not gonna make a lot of difference, right? Every day we do a webinar, Monday through Friday, okay? I actually host this webinar, and it's all about mindset. Because would you guys agree that you probably got some wiring up here that's not helping you right now? You got some lack mentality, some maybe things that's preventing you from making more money. We all have that. I've had to work on that. So this is something I'm very passionate about. Every day I teach you how to rewire and reprogram this so that you can achieve your goals much, much faster. We do weekly podcasts, study groups, group coaching calls every week, property tours every month. How many love to go out and physically go to properties we're working on a monthly basis? Raise your hand. There you go. Deals we're actually working on. Okay, we do monthly business marketing trainings, mastermind and leadership retreats, and annual conferences, business and real estate. Okay, guys, very, very cool. So tomorrow and Saturday, we're doing a regional conference. I know that just happens to be that it's right here. Okay, I'd love if I could tell you guys it's a week or 2 weeks or a month, but it's not, okay? Dang it, guys, you showed up tonight of all nights. Anyway, so tomorrow we got a regional conference. In this regional conference, we're going to teach you about business. We're going to teach you how to make money by helping us build our community and how to fire your boss quicker. How many of you'd love to be at this regional conference with us tomorrow? Okay, the next couple of days. Okay, we'll talk more about that here in just a second. Guys, that's our community. Guys, this is the reason why we're the best of the best. Nobody, and I mean nobody, does this. There are a couple education companies out there, but nobody does this. And I tell you, we've seen just about every other company out there. Nobody has the coaching, okay? They don't pay you to build their community, and they don't have a community. They're Facebook groups. They don't have a community like we have. Nobody is doing all of this. We're the only ones. And here's the thing, okay? When it comes to succeeding at this, I love it, man. I'm going to hold that thought for a second. I'm actually going to come back to that. Yeah.
There's more.
Gotta keep you on your toes there, guys. So let me ask you guys this. If you had everything I showed you tonight, if you had access to the knowledge, mentors, community support, everything, all the resources, how many believe you could be a successful real estate investor? Raise your hand. Yeah, any one of you can do this, right? If anybody else has done it, you can too. Now here's a big question. How many of you have been wondering all night, how much is this? Nobody? Oh man, okay, we're done. Good night, see you guys later. Nobody? How many of you been wondering? Okay, I must have done a really good job here. Guys, you guys are gonna love this because you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. So let me show you how much. So 90 classes, $1,250 each, over $112,000, 12 one-on-one coaching sessions, 52 weekly group coaching calls, and study groups, altogether $146,900. Woo-hoo! All right, give her a round of applause. You're not going to pay $146,000, guys, not even close. It's much, 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 much less. But even if it was $146,000, could that still be worth it?
Yes.
Could you make a lot more than that in real estate for the rest of your life?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, easily, right? Am I making guarantees? Because it's still up to you guys, right? We can do all this stuff for you, but at the end of the day, if it's to be, it's up to me. It's up to you, right? But yeah, could that absolutely be worth it? Absolutely. Oh my goodness, I pushed the wrong button. There we go. I love when that happens. See, just to bring this in perspective, one of the most valuable lessons I learned a long time ago is it's not how much it costs, but how much it's going to make you that's most important. You guys agree with that? Yes. When it comes to real estate, what's more important, how much it costs or how much it's going to make you? Yeah. See, if you focus on the cost and you get stuck on the cost, you'll never do a deal because you'll never see how much it's going to make you, right? Okay, and that's, unfortunately, some people, they get stuck on the cost and that's it. Successful people, they always go one step further and say, how much is going to make me? That's what you focus on. Okay, who cares about the cost? If I could make a lot more than that, is that worth it? Yes. So the cost is irrelevant if I can make more than it's costing me. That's how you guys got to look at this. And here's the thing too, do people spend more than that going to college? It's outrageous. People spend $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 going to college. Now, I'm not knocking college. But again, here's the thing, is people spend so much time and they rack up student loans and all this debt. Student loan debt is a bad deal right now. A lot of people are strapped with student loan debt. They go to school, get a degree so they can get a job and be a paid slave. And most of them never make over $100,000 a year. And they end up spending more money than what I just showed you previously. And here's the thing, do you guys know that 27% of college graduates, only 27% get a job related to their degree? And now that 27%, 52% of them end up hating their job. 87% of college graduates either don't get a job related to degree or end up hating their job. Is that good odds? 87%. College is a business, guys. It's turned into a business. Okay? I love what Jim Rohn said. He said, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. If you guys don't know who this is a guy that mentored Tony Robbins. You probably know who Tony Robbins is. Amazing, amazing guy. Napoleon Hill was like the great-grandfather of personal development. Jim Rohn's like the grandfather. So anyway, amazing guy. Guys, it's not $146,000. Okay, if it's $70,000, could that be worth it? Yep. Absolutely. How many deals could you do to make that money back? 3 deals, right? That's how you got to focus on it. How many deals, right? It's not $70,000. What about $35,000? Could that be worth it? Yeah. 100%. What do you guys think? Yes? Yes. Okay, all right. Very good. So it's not $35,000. Here's what it actually ends up being. The essentials, which is our financial education, 10 full days of classes. When we talk about a full day, we're talking 6 to 8 hours a day. Full days. This is the most comprehensive information you guys will get. We've had so many people who have joined our community after they bought the seminar programs. You guys know the seminar companies I'm talking about? Fly into town, try to sell you a program, and then they fly and you never see them again. Okay? That's our so-called competition, the seminar companies. Okay? We don't do that. We have communities all around the country. Anyway, we've had so many people that joined them and then came to us afterwards, And you would be amazed at how many people come to you and said, this is the most comprehensive, detailed information I've ever gone through. That other stuff doesn't even hold a candle to this, guys. We are the best. Now, when I say 10 full days, again, remember this is online. You don't have to take 10 days off of work to go through these classes. You go through them at your own pace. It's only $19.97. Could that be worth it? Because this is your tax knowledge. Could that save you enough money in taxes throughout the rest of your life? That is well worth it, guys. Not to mention all the other stuff. Profits. Okay, 11 full days of classes. This is your business knowledge, $29.97. And then our real estate education is called the AIT, Accelerated Investor Training. There's 2 options here. You have the advanced. It's very, very rare that I see anybody does the advanced. It only gives you 2 strategies. Remember all those strategies I showed you guys? It only gives you 2 strategies. How many of you want to do more than 2 strategies over the years? You may start out doing wholesales and fix and flips, but you want to get into short-term, long-term rental, multifamily, commercial, right? And plus, when the market changes, are you going to have to change strategies? So 2 doesn't cut it. So what our team members do is called the Extreme Plus. It gives you all the strategies. It's only $17,997. And when I say only, I mean only, because how many deals would you need to make that money back?
2. 1.
Okay, how many think 1 deal could make that money back? 2 deals. Keep your hands up. 1 deal, 2 deals, 3 deals. Anyone give me 4, 4, 4, give me 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, we need Jason up here for that. He's really good at that. Plus, you get bonus classes with this too, and 6 one-on-one coaching sessions. This is what our team members do. Our team members go all in. All in. They do what's called the Epics Combo. They go all in. Guys, remember this. Successful people do not dabble. Successful people are not dabblers. They go all in. They immerse themselves. Okay, our team members, they enjoy and they're like, you know what? I want to change my life. I don't want to screw around. I don't want to do this half-cocked. Okay, I want to go all in and change my life. So this gives you everything. All the classes. It's normally $28,741. With the cash discount, brings it down to only $22,991. And you get 12 one-on-one coaching sessions. So $23,000. Yeah, go ahead. Is that awesome? It gets even better than that, though. I really laid that one out easy for you, didn't I? Man. So here's the thing, guys. I do want to bring this perspective. Remember I shared my story with you guys earlier. And I've been praying and praying and praying when I found this. Well, one thing I didn't tell you is when Kendall sent me a video of this, and back then, when I got started, it was $16,000. So like everything else has gone up in price. But when I got started, we had like 20 classes and 10 instructors. We didn't have one-on-one coaching. We didn't have all of this. Okay, it's like 10 times better than what we had, Kendall and Jason and I. It was $16,000. But he sent me a video of this. And when I first saw this, actually, I was like, no freaking way. I was like, that is ridiculous. 16 grand? I was offended that they were asking so much money of me. I don't know why I was offended, but I was. I was upset. I told my wife, and she's like, you kidding me? And Kendall promised he'd call me back 2 days later. And I remember I was sitting outside my office, and it was a beautiful day, and I was having a pity party in my head. I was talking to God, and I was like, you know what? I say my prayers every day, and you always answer my prayers, and I've been praying and praying and praying for you to help me find something different. Why haven't you helped me find something different? I hate what I'm doing right now. I want to do something different. And why hasn't that guy called me back? He said he was going to call me back today, and why hasn't he called me back? And I don't know why I wanted him to call me back, because I was offended. I was just going to tell him no. Seriously, I was like, anyway. So I said that. I said, why hasn't he called me back? And I kid you not a minute went by, and guess what happened? He called me. And Kendall, when he tells his story, on the other end, before he called me, he was scared to death because he was brand new. He was scared to call me because he didn't like, what am I going to say to this guy? I am so grateful that he called me, man, because if he wouldn't have called me, I wouldn't be here. Guys, can one phone call change your life? That phone call changed my life. I'm so glad that he didn't give in to that fear. He called me, and he spent 2 hours with me on the phone, and I asked every question I could think of, like, do you go to church? What do you do? Like, ridiculous stuff. Like, did you go to church? Like, did you go on a mission? And all this stuff. But I know. Kendall's like, who is this nut job? Oh, he's from Idaho. That's right. Okay. Anyway, but I was just trying to get that answer in my gut. the Spirit, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Just that gut feeling. And 2 hours, I got done, and I was shaking like I had a caffeine fit. I called my wife, and I'm like, you remember that business I told you about a couple days ago? She said, yeah. And I said, I just spoke with these guys. I'm going to do it. And my wife, amazing, she's like, if you want to do it, I trust you. You've always taken good care of us, and I support you. And I'm really grateful to my wife. Give my wife a round of applause for that. Because that's not easy for husband or wife to say, hey, go ahead and invest $16,000, right? But I did. And I didn't know these guys because I was in Idaho. They were in Utah. And I was the only guy up in Idaho. There's one guy in Boise, but I was over in Rexburg. And I was the only guy up there. And so I didn't know these guys. Anyway, but I came on board. And guys, I can tell you that one decision has been the best financial decision I've ever made in my entire life. That one decision, I already told you before, allowed me to 10x my income easily and get my time back with my family and help my dad and thousands of people along the way. Can one decision change your life? Yes. One decision is all it takes, guys. So guys, the worst thing you can do is look at that and say that's too much money. That's what I did. Please do not make the mistake that I almost made. That'll be a huge mistake. And like we said, all you need is like what, 1 or 2 deals to make that money back, right? See, the way I looked at it is I was temporarily investing that money, and all I need is 1 or 2 deals to get that money back. And once I get my money back, everything's pure profit. It's icing on the cake, right? It's like I didn't even invest. You guys get me? And what are you really investing in there? I mean, what do you invest in that $23,000 in? Yourself. You. Guys, are you worth $23,000? Yes. 3 of you. Who's worth $23,000? Raise your hand. Are you guys worth a lot more than that? Yes. You guys are worth 10, 100, 1,000. You can't put a price on it, guys. The best real estate you'll ever invest in is the 6 inches between your ears. Because the biggest thing that's holding you guys back is a lack of knowledge. Investing in you. So guys, again, don't make the mistake that I almost did. And by the way, if you're looking at that saying, Jason, I agree 100%. That is so worth it, but I don't have that kind of money. Don't worry about that. I didn't have the money either. Kendall helped me find it. Forget about the money. Seriously. All we care about is if you want to do this. That's all we care about. If you want to do this, and if you're committed and serious about changing your life and helping other people do the same. Because if you come to me and say, Jason, I'm in. I'm all in. I want to do this. I want to change my life. I don't have the money, but I'm all in. If you can help me find the money, I'm in. 9 times out of 10, we can find your money even when you don't think you have it. 9 times out of 10. Tyler, Nisha, is that true? Okay, Tyler and Nisha didn't think that they could do this. They have money, but they came to me and said those same things, right, guys? If you can find our money, we'll do this. Within 5 minutes, I showed them 4 ways, and we're helping help people get funding, financing, different things like anything else. If you can't pay for it outright, you finance it, right? Okay? What are your payments, the financing that you guys were able to get? How much are the payments? I know, you guys don't know? $38 a month. $38 a month. I remember doing the math with you guys. Man. Now, yours could be 50, it could be 100, 200, but who cares? Is it worth it? What do you guys think? Yes or yes? Absolutely, guys. And you know what? But it gets even better than that. There's more. Oh, man, yes. You get lifetime access. It's not just 12 months. Are you kidding me? When Kendall and Jason and I, the Jasons, joined, it was 2 years. It was 2 years, which means at the end of 2 years, if we want to keep going, we had to pay another $16,000. Jason, how many times did you pay $16,000? 3 times. Kendall? 3 times. We paid close to $50,000 before it went to lifetime. Would you do it again, Kendall?
In a heartbeat.
Jason?
Yes, I would.
Yep.
Mom, I will do it right now if you have charged me again.
Well, you all heard Jason, right? We got a lot of witnesses here, man. You just opened up a can of worms there, man. And Kendall, how many deals have you done?
A little over 400.
Over 400 deals. Kendall, what's the least amount you've made on a deal? Huh? You guys hear that? How much, Kendall?
$121 split 4 ways.
That's the least. Guys, we're being transparent here, all right? Is there a chance you could have a deal like that? He still made money, though. He still made money. He's able to buy a burger and some fries, okay? $121. You guys, how many of you guys get really excited about $121, man? Like, whew, it's like, I'm all in now, baby. Let's do this. What's the most you've made on one deal? 163.
Dollars?
Kendall, you need to get better.
All right, let's move on to somebody else.
Fights after 400 deals.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. All right, one more time. 163,000 on one deal. Would you guys be okay with that? Yeah. Could that make a difference in your life? Yeah. So that's a pretty cool, high and low, right? You guys be okay with that? Yeah. Okay. Is there a chance, you may do a deal that's $100, but who cares? I mean, most of your deals been pretty dang good, Kendall?
Yeah, it's been more towards the above the $121.
Nice. We are so glad to hear that, brother. How many of you guys think this is awesome? Lifetime access. Yeah. Nobody does this. The gurus out there, the seminar companies, they don't do this. They give you 12 months. You know why? Because they always want to upsell you and upsell you and upsell you. You'd be amazed how many people have come to us who spent over 50 grand with Rich Dad, Fortune Builders, some of these other companies out there still haven't done one deal because they're always upselling them. You got to buy coaching now. You got to do this. Our coaching is included. Okay? Everything we do, I'm showing you here tonight. There's no upsells. This is it. We've even had people spend over 100 grand with those guys, still haven't done one deal. How do they spend 100 grand? Upsells. Upsell, upsell. They're always upselling them. We don't do that, guys. We're not the seminar companies. This is a completely different culture here. We are the best of the best. And so, lifetime access. Did college give you guys lifetime access? No. Pay one time, you get our classes the rest of your life? No. We're the only ones that do this. And you also... You're okay, brother, man. Keep going. And you get a learning partner. Dave, you're a rock star, man. We love you. How many of you would love to have your spouse doing this with you? Raise your hand. How many of you don't want your spouse knowing about this? How many of you need a spouse? Okay. All right. That's our other business. Okay. We've helped a couple people out there. Okay. But guys, can you be successful if you're part of our community, if you are doing this without a spouse, can you still be massively successful? What do you guys think? Yes. Absolutely. But if you and your spouse are doing this together, is that 10x your results? Yes. You know the average Clydesdale can pull 8,000 pounds, right? 8,000, average Clydesdale. You put two together, you'd think 8 plus 8, 16,000, right? You put two together, it's over 20,000. Their results don't mathematically improve, they exponentially improve. And if they're trained to work together, they can pull over 30,000 pounds. Double what you would think mathematically together. Does this make sense? When you and your spouse are working together, your results exponentially improve. So yeah, we'll help you find a spouse. I'm just kidding, Bob. Take that off. Edit that. Guys, and like I said, there's no upsells. Isn't that refreshing? You guys, everything we do, I showed you right here. You don't have to worry, okay, next week, next month, are they going to say, oh, you need to buy this now, or you need to buy this, and so forth. No, that's not us. Guys, this is completely different than anything you've seen out there. Completely different. All of our new classes. So this next year, any new classes we add, because we're at 90 now, we keep adding classes. Guess what? You get those. You don't pay for them. Our updated classes, you get those. Is that cool, guys? You guys okay with that? Okay. So again, look at everything you get. 90 classes, all new classes, update classes, coaching, weekly study groups, everything, learning partner, all this stuff for life. You pay one time. This is it for the rest of your life. Guys, I can't, man, like seriously, unbelievable. And you only pay one time investment, less than $23,000. And again, 9 times out of 10, we can help you find the funding. And by the way, if you don't have the money to do this, guys, that's all the more reason you need to do it. That tells you that what you're doing is not quite working. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. You need to change what you're doing. You need, again, if you want the life you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. So I love what Warren Buffett has always said. The best investment you can make is invest in yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Okay? And Benjamin Franklin, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Right? Guys, nothing is more costly than the price of ignorance. Would you guys agree that you're paying too much in taxes because of lack of knowledge? Yes. Do you think you're paying too much debt, too much interest because of lack of knowledge? Yes. Do you think you're making a lot of mistakes financially because of lack of knowledge? Yes. Very costly mistakes. Mistakes guys don't even know because you don't know what you don't know. And what you don't know is costing you a ton of money right now. You may think you know everything, but you don't. You don't know what you don't know, and it's costing you money. And the fact is, guys, is every one of you have the ability to make a lot more than you're making right now. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Every month that goes by that you're not making the money that you should be making, you're losing money. Every month. And I guarantee you, all of that is costing you a lot more than $23,000. Guys, this is so worth it, okay? Education doesn't cost, it pays. So guys, if all this did was help you pay off your home and other debts in a fraction of time, would it be worth it? Yes. If all this did was help you flip 1 or more homes a year without using any of your own money or credit, would it be worth it? Yes. And if all this did was help you acquire at least 1 cash flowing rental property a year without using any of your own money or credit, would it be worth it? Yes. And guys, if all this did was help you get better looking, would it be worth it? Yes. Now, I don't know about you guys out there, but one thing I've noticed over the years, anytime I have a really, really good month, for some reason, my wife gets a lot friendlier. And I don't know why that is. The only thing I think is I just get better looking. So how many feel like you could use some help there? Raise your hand. Okay, we'll take all the help we can get, right, guys? Okay. So at this point, you have 2 choices. Okay, this is your first choice. You can keep doing the same things over and over again, but the problem is that you're going to keep getting the same results, guys. A year from now, your life is never going to be the same. 2 years, 5 years, it's not going to stay. You know what? As a matter of fact, that's not entirely accurate. If you don't change what you're doing right now, your life is going to get worse. It's not going to stay the same. Do you guys know why? Inflation. Are wages keeping up with the cost of living? So if you don't change anything, there's only 2 things going to happen. Your life is either going to get better or worse. It's not going to stay the same. If you don't change, your life is going to get worse because inflation, cost of living, wages aren't keeping up. So guys, it's like Tony Robbins always taught. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. Second choice is this, is you can make a decision to join our family so we can turn your dreams into reality. Yeah. That dream home, right? That yacht, that private plane. Guys, it only takes 1 decision to change your life. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. 1 decision is all it takes. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to ask you which one you are. Okay, if you're number 3, and number 3 says somebody, hey man, this is awesome. And yes, Jason could be a supermodel. Okay, but it's not for me. And that's okay, guys. We are 100% okay with that. To be honest with you guys, we actually don't allow everybody into our community. I'm not even joking. I've actually had guys who had $20,000 to do this, and I told them no. And the reason is because they didn't have the right intentions, okay? They didn't have the right integrity, didn't have integrity. They were here to help themselves and not help other people. Because guys, if you're all about you and if you don't care about helping other people, this is not the community that's for you. Our culture is when you succeed, you have a moral obligation to help other people succeed. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Okay. And some people just didn't have the right mindset. They were just negative. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this person. Okay. So guys, I'm telling you guys right now, we don't allow everybody in. We want to help all of you, but some people just maybe aren't a good fit for this. So if you're 3, that's perfectly fine. We don't pressure people. We don't convince people. I don't convince people because I've learned a long time ago, if I have to spend time trying to convince you, you're not what I'm looking for. If you're number 2, and number 2, somebody says, man, I love this. This is awesome. I do have a few questions, but if I can get my questions answered, I'm in. Okay, and number 1 is somebody says, I'm all in. This is a no-brainer. I get lifetime access. I pay one time, lifetime, okay, and I get a learning partner, my spouse. We can do this together, no upsells, and all your new classes, update classes. I can also make up to $11,000 by helping build the community and build my real estate faster. This is a no-brainer. It's all in. And by the way, guys, here's the other cool thing I didn't mention. Everything that we teach you, yeah, I wasn't planning on that, but thank you. Everything that we teach you, can you actually pass this on to your children? Yes. Not just your real estate, but could you teach them what we're teaching you? Yep. Yes. Oh, yeah. Guys, this is not just for you. You're not investing $23,000 just in you and your spouse. You're investing money in your children, your grandchildren, your posterity. Everything that you're learning, you can teach your kids so that they now have options. More options than obligations. You can teach your kids how to build wealth, how to make money, how to build businesses, how to build real estate portfolios so they don't have to get stuck in the rut thinking, I've got to go to school and get a degree and get a job. That's the only option. How many of you love to be able to teach this stuff to your kids? Yes. Absolutely. So guys, all we're going to ask you tonight, we're not going to ask you to buy anything tonight. Can you do us one favor in return? Can you at least let the person who invited you here know if you're 3, 2, or 1? Is that fair enough? Yes. We don't ask you to buy anything. Just let us know where you stand. And you don't have to even talk to him. You can text him. Boy, isn't that great now? You don't have to speak to people nowadays. You just text them. I'm a 3. I'm a 2. I'm a 1. Hey, Bob, you called me an hour ago.
I did. I just want to see how you're doing.
Should we give Bob a call? Anyway, I'm doing great, Bob. Thank you, man. So anyway, that's all we ask, guys. We're not a pressure group. We don't pressure people, okay? If you're 1 or 2, then we're going to schedule a strategy session with you. That's the next step, if you're 1 or 2. In your strategy session, we're going to make sure you're a good fit for our team. We're going to discuss your goals. The only way we can help you guys is if we know what your goals are. Okay, we're going to help you find the money to get started so you can join our team, show you how to free up more of your monthly income, okay, show you how to make money while you're learning to become a real estate investor, okay. That community building I was talking about before, it actually gets much, much better than that. Remember I talked about $300 to $11,000, $200? Okay, it gets even better than that. I got like a 20-minute video that actually goes in more detail. It's even more exciting, guys. I just don't have time tonight.
There's more?
Yeah, there's more. Okay, all right. And we'll help you create a plan to achieve your goals and answer all of your questions. Okay? Guys, there's a great book you guys should all go get called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. You guys heard of Napoleon Hill? Yes. Think and Grow Rich? Outwitting the Devil is just as good as Think and Grow Rich. In there, he talks about a lot of things, but one of the most powerful things he talks about, as the book suggests, he's basically talking about the devil. Sorry, I'm going to back up. I'm spitting a little bit here, Carly. Man, I get so excited sometimes, man, you got to watch out. Yeah, it's a splash zone. But he talks about in there how, do you know what the number one weapon, the tool that the adversary uses against us? Fear. Okay, does the adversary want us to grow or does he want to keep us down? Down. Yeah. Fear is his number one tactic. That's why you guys should not listen to fear. Do not pay attention to fear. You guys leave here tonight, I guarantee you, some of you, you're going to be excited, but at the same time, that fear is going to show up. That's the adversary. I guarantee you. And it doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it shows up as excuses, doubt, limitation, lack. Oh, there's not enough for everybody. Guys, okay, I got started in 2005. Jason Kemp, have you ever seen a situation ever where our community, more people prohibited our success in real estate? It's the opposite, right? I'm telling you, how many think it's possible that you could do deals all around the country if you knew what you're doing. Guys, there's more to go around than you guys can even imagine. Every day you guys are driving by deals, more deals than you can handle. You just don't see them because you don't know what you're looking for. So don't think that more people is going to limit what you can do. That is so wrong. That's the adversary. There is more than enough. You can't even imagine. Guys, it's faith versus fear. Are you going to be guided by faith, or are you going to allow fear to overtake you? Ed Milet, the price you will pay to make your dreams come true is far less than the price you will pay if you don't. So, guys, in closing, I'm telling you guys, it is so much better than I've even told you guys here tonight. It really is. Okay? How many of you are already part of our Renos community? Raise your hand. Raise them high. Look at guys, look around. Keep them up, please. Part of Renos community. We're already all in, guys. Give them a round of applause. Okay? These aren't paid actors. Okay? These are real people. But seriously, guys, it is so much better. You guys agree with that? Those of you who are in, is that true? Yes. I've had so many people come back a week or two later and told me those exact words, guys. It is so much better. Listen, this may or may not be for you, but what if it was and you missed it? What if this was the answer to your prayers and you missed it? And some of you may be praying like I was, and some of you maybe not. But does God know our thoughts? Yes. He knows what you're trying to accomplish. He can answer prayers even when you're not praying to him. And the fact is, I can tell you guys, this has absolutely 100% been an answer to my prayers, without a doubt. Not because of what it's done for me, but also the people I've been able to help over the years. So I can tell you guys, it is so worth it. It is the best investment that you will ever make. So guys, we'll stick around here as long as we need to answer your questions. Just let us know if you're a 3, a 2, or a 1. And thank you so much for your time. You guys have been gracious. You've been amazing. We love you guys. I look forward to sharing each one of you, your success. And one last thing, by the way, sorry, there's more. The next 2 days, we're going to be right back here in the same room for our regional conference. Guys, how many of you would love to spend 2 days with us and to really see how real this really is? Raise your hand. The next 2 days. So if you want to help us build our community, then we have what's called an ICM agreement. An ICM agreement is an independent contracted marketer. It's $197. It's $197 a year. Okay? And the cool thing about it, to just tell you guys how confident we are in what we do, it's $197, and within 90 days, if for whatever reason you don't like it, don't like us, then you can cancel it and get your $197 back. Is that true, Bob?
Yes, it is. Thanks, Bob.
So, because you can make money helping us build our community for $197. The $23,000 over here is the education, the real estate, the coaching, all that stuff. You guys see the difference? If you guys come on board with your $197 tonight, 90-day guarantee, 90-day money back guarantee, $197, and that covers you for the next year, 2023. How many want to make 2023 your biggest and best year? Yeah. That's it? How many want to make 2023 your biggest and best year? If you join us in ICM tonight, the tickets to our regional the next 2 days is $197. Normally, you'd have to pay for both. You'd have to be a member and pay for your tickets, so it'll be twice. You pay your $197 ICM fee, 90-day money back guarantee, we get you in the regional for free the next 2 days. You guys like that? So guys, thank you so much. I want to first congratulate you and welcome you to our family. And I look forward to sharing your success. Have a great night, everybody. Love you guys. God bless.